Shireen B, thank you for the raid. We are coming on soon. Shireen B, big up yourself. Sam Dollars, big up yourself. Riri Joe Grind. Is that how I say your name? Big up yourself. Jesse Zertina. Jesse Zertina, I heard you be making them cakes. I heard you be making them crack cakes. What's really good? I might need to hit you up. Big up yourself, Jesse Zertina. We appreciate you. Mitchie Boo. What's up, baby? Big up yourself. Love Jones. Love Jones. Love Jones. We're not starting no trouble today. I have a feeling you're going to start trouble today. Miss Perfectly Imperfect, thank you for the tier 1 subscription. I appreciate you. Fashion Craze Barbie, hey boo. Fashion Craze Barbie, the first time I met her, she jumped on me during a party. She didn't know that I like chocolate women so much, so she didn't know the trouble she was starting that night. Yo, Shuli, 84. Big up yourself. I'm guessing that's the year you was born. 80s babies in the house. Kevin Crown is upstairs making his tea. Elevated Chrissy, what's up, bro? So, just waiting. Just waiting. Just waiting. I'm gonna go on camera anyway while I wait. While we wait for this guy to come downstairs. What's up? What's going on? Just me and my tea so far. Waiting on Danny. Kev's upstairs making his tea. Something to eat. Yeah, host the channel. Share the live. We're going to be talking about some shit today. Today is Ask J. Lou. So you know what that's about already. Those of you who have been here. And those of you who came over on the raid with Shireen B. And who aren't familiar with the show. That's when you can send in your questions. You can still send in your questions now. All you got to do is follow me on IG at Mighty J Lou. Go to my story. There's a post in there, which is the Ask J Lou post, and you just send in your question. And also, if you want, you can ask questions during the show. Just make sure you highlight it because I wear glasses. My vision not too good, so I might not see it if you don't highlight it. So just make sure you highlight it. Let's see what else is in here. DJ Max 35. Big up yourself. Thank you for joining the party. Dutchie Monroe in the building. What's going on? 10Z2? Is that how I say that? I might be fucking your name up. Lakeisha Star. Lakeisha Star? Or Lakeisha? No, Lakeisha Star. Hey, big up yourself. I'm not the best reader in the world either. I must admit that too. I'm a smart guy with a 3rd grade reading level. Still have problems with basic words. Like the word of. It's OF, but it sounds like it has a V in it if you sound it out. So you know when they would ask you to sound out words? Try sounding out of. It'll fuck you up if you don't know how to spell of. Sounds like it's OV. Hot as fuck. It is hot in here. Friends on Fifi, big up yourself. Oh, we got another subscription. You like that sound when Mario comes out?
That's not what it said.
What?
That's how it sounded in your head.
When Mario gets the what's that? When he gets the mushroom. That's what it sounds like. It's been a while since you played games then, Mr. Crown.
I know the sound.
DJ Locks, aka Bugs JRL, with the longest name in the world. Big up yourself. What'd you say? Wow, thank you for turning on that fan. That shit. Look at this shit. It's a high-powered fan. Look at us blowing the tea bag. Woo!
Blowing the tea bag.
Blowing the tea bag. Yeah.
Blowing the
Pause. I'm blowing the tea bag. Pause.
Blowing.
Jeez, yo, that's like they might come down with a big plate of food. Don't say, hey, J. Lou, you want food? Don't come down with 2 forks. You don't give a fork.
You know how they know you're full of shit?
See
because
what I did there?
you in my house.
See what I did there?
And you got a cup of tea. So obviously, you got the cup of tea for yourself.
I made the tea, so you
exactly.
But you could go upstairs. And I made enough tea water for both of us.
Is this on?
Oh shit! I don't even have my headphones in.
Is it?
I don't even have my ears in. Where is it?
Is this on?
Is it?
I don't know.
Could you get up? Could you get off my headphones, please?
You could hear me?
Please and thanks.
Said my headphones.
No, I could hear you. Go ahead, speak in the mic again.
Yeah.
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 Somebody find Danny. Because Danny really be on black people time.
Danny comes here like it's a job.
Danny's not on black people time. Danny's on light skinned people time.
Light skinned people?
Light skinned people time. They usually a half an hour later. Because they take more. They spend more time in front of the mirror, so they take more time. You know what I'm saying? These light skinned niggas gotta get the edges right before they come outside.
He's bald, bro. Like,
He still gotta get his edges right. The stubble that's there, you gotta grease them motherfuckers down.
Do you know how to consume without making noise? Do you know how to do that?
No.
You can't eat quietly?
No, that's what she said.
Okay.
Look who's in the building.
Oh, yeah. I gotta find.
It's Mr. Lightskin himself.
Find your channel, man.
The sweater man himself.
There we go.
Danny's in the building. I don't know why I'm whispering. It sounds very creepy. I don't want to do this anymore. What's up, Danny? Did you get food and or tea, sir?
No, I'm all right.
Okay. That's all right. You don't need. Would you like some water?
No, it's okay.
I didn't have any to offer you anyway. I'm just being polite.
There's a lot of soliciting.
It's not polite if you
On
offer
Twitch.
what you don't have, jerk.
It's a lot of
thought that counts.
It's a lot of soliciting on Twitch
You
as
got
of late.
bots already?
A lot of soliciting.
No, there's people like
You mean like prostitution?
no,
Oh.
people like
People
hitting,
trying to get business.
I was about to say, send
people
me
hit
the
me
link.
up. Yo, raid me. Like, bro, I don't know you.
Oh shit.
Yeah, like raid me, all type of stuff. Like you know, like it's a lot of, you know, this is about to get a little cunty.
It's about to get a little cunty.
A little cunty.
Yo.
Oh shit! Look, I'm wearing black. You're wearing red. He's wearing black and red.
Oh shit! We
got
are.
a little- we got- oh, shit!
Avengers Assemble!
Oh shit! Oh, shit.
We didn't plan this out.
It's like we a tag team and he's like our manager.
Yeah. Thank you, Danny, for thinking about us.
Hey.
You guys, I want to reach 300 followers today.
How much?
It's been a slow
followers you-
streak. I got 10 more.
Oh, you get there.
10 more in this mother cunt.
Get there.
And I want it today. J. Lou want to hit 300 today. It's been it's no pressure. No pressure. It's been a grind. It's been a grind.
300 followers.
Yeah. And you know, it happened. Look, on my first day, I got like 50.
Good job.
So
I'm trying to get this phone cord.
yeah, go ahead.
So easy.
I know.
Easy.
You know, you could have said excuse me, but that's okay.
Ease up, nigga.
If you break up with a girl during the engagement before you get married, do you think
I like your energy that you came straight up with the questions. So go ahead.
would you want your ring back?
Hell fucking yeah.
Yeah.
I can't get my heart back, so I'm gonna take my ring back.
I think legally you're entitled to it. Legally,
Really?
yeah. There's a precedent that states if the engagement is over, you're entitled to the ring back.
But don't take it back. Don't just ask it back. You gotta take it from her while she's sleeping.
Off a finger?
Yes. I sound like I'm an expert at this just because I am. I've taken a ring back.
So you agree with Quavo taking back his car? From Sweetie?
Yeah,
Swati?
yeah.
Whatever her name is?
Whose name is the car under? Is it under Quavo's name?
I guess if
Then
he's able
it's-
to, if he's
then
able to
it's
take it back.
Quavo's car. It's not you were just driving Quavo's car.
Yeah.
So
He said the repo man. Well, the repo man came at overnight, I believe. You know,
That's what they do.
took back the Bentley convertible.
I need to, cause I'm petty.
$350,000.
You know, Danny, I can be petty, so I'm going to take the ring back.
Daniel, just-
I'm gonna pawn it. I'm gonna buy something, and then I'm going to show you what I bought with our love.
Yeah, I don't know. Why would you want to keep a ring that's supposed to be meant for marriage, and you know you're not getting married? I never understood why
But
girls
you ain't Michael Jordan. What you keeping all these rings for?
are like that.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Why
Why would you want to keep that energy?
It's not that. It's just that
They just want to get over.
Nah,
Selfish bitches.
it's the fact that it is an expensive item, and they don't want to give it back. That's really what it is. I mean, I'm guessing that I've never, nobody ever gave me a ring that I had to keep. That's I would say that's 99% of a woman's situation that she has to deal with. I don't know if anybody here has been in that situation.
I mean,
has anybody in the chat been in a situation where you've had to give a ring back?
The thing.
I don't imagine anybody in the chat would give it back.
The thing about it is elevated Chrissy said she wouldn't keep it.
Really?
Yeah. The thing about it is a ring is a conditional gift. I'm giving you this ring under the condition that you marry me.
I like that.
You know what I mean? No, that's what it is. It's just a conditional gift. You're taking will you marry me? If you say no, you don't get the ring. You say yes, you get the ring. For any reason we don't make it there, yo,
Yeah, but they're gonna say it was.
why-
They're gonna say
You
it
can't
was a
say
gift.
what-
They're
you
gonna say it was a gift.
You can't
No, of
say.
course they're gonna say anything that they can benefit
guys, you can't say what they're gonna say because you don't know.
Well, yeah, I do know. Okay, and they're gonna say it was a gift.
You
from. So
can't.
you gave out
say-
2 rings, right?
You
Huh?
can't- listen. You can't.
I gave out more rings than LeBron
You
had.
can't-
Okay, Thanos.
You can't say what they're gonna say. You could just speak about your experience. And
Well,
your
All right,
experience.
let me say. They said that it was a gift, and I said I'm gonna wait till you're sleeping, bitch. And then they said the next day was my ring, and I was like, I don't know, a pawn shop maybe.
I swear, the double standards is crazy.
The first one I sold on eBay,
Yeah.
and I got a pretty penny for it. And then the ring got lost in the mail, and the person never received it. I don't know what happened, and they were pretty okay with it. I guess he got money like that because he's just like, well, he just wrote me a letter. He's like, well, I bought the ring and it got lost in the mail. Oh shucks. And I was like, what are you telling me
I gotta
for?
say,
I don't give a fuck.
elevated Chrissy, I'm extremely impressed and surprised that you did that.
Why does that surprise you?
Shireen B said there's no such thing as a conditional gift. A ring is not a
Wait,
gift.
Sunshine
Right,
Gypsy.
right.
Sunshine Gypsy said she gave 2 rings back. Sunshine Gypsy, do me a favor.
It's not a gift.
The number right up here on the screen. Could you call in and tell me how and why you gave these 2 rings back? I'm very interested to know.
It's under a condition. It's literally.
It's like a bonus for when you sign for writing a book. If you don't sell the book, you owe the publisher back that bonus money, that signing bonus money.
It's literally like this. Hey, you want to move with me? Move in with me. Here's the keys to my crib.
Yeah.
Okay. If you do want to move in with me, you take the keys.
You say yes. That's
Right.
what you're indicating by accepting it.
Right, but if you don't take the keys. And guess what? When you move out, I get my keys back.
Right.
That's what it is.
That's a different situation, though. It's easier to change your
Sir.
locks on your house
Sir.
than it is to get a ring off a woman's. I tell you, you gotta wait till she's sleeping
Listen. This is.
or takes a shower.
I think for one,
It comes off easier.
I think
after she gets out the
for
shower.
one, it's even if you have to go down there, you should have never asked in the first place. You know what I'm saying?
What do you mean?
You should I think
If she's the type of person who wouldn't give it back, you mean?
no, not even that.
Well, how are you supposed to know that?
No, you
Have this conversation.
No, you could.
I just found out all the people I couldn't propose to in the chat.
No, you could. You'll definitely know, and you just have to have real conversations, before you get to that point and really,
Right,
really
yeah.
understand.
Yeah.
And
There's ways to have that conversation come up.
yeah,
Yeah.
of course. I mean, you could just say, hey.
You could just be direct. You could do it from a movie,
You
something from the
could
news.
say, hey, watch the Cave Show. What do you think about this?
Watch the Cave Show today. You might be surprised what we talk about. It is say, hey, you was talking a lot about rings today. Yeah, bitch, I want mine back.
I'm not talking about
Yeah.
you. I'm talking about
And,
somebody.
and I'm not just saying
else.
bitch to say bitch, but if you got my ring, you not give it back. You's a bitch. I want my ring back.
You got some issues, bro. I'm just
I
saying.
agree.
some issues, man.
I agree.
I'm not buying anymore. I'm done.
Do you think you have issues, Jason?
Of course I have issues. I have trauma.
Would you ever see
Look
a
at how
therapist?
hurt I am right now.
Would you ever see a therapist?
I've seen a therapist before.
So you make it sound like it was only once and it didn't work out.
I was like, I hear you, but I had the same conversation with myself. So it's kind of. Can we agree this is kind of a waste of money? But no, I think therapy is needed for everybody. And therapy, like most people are embarrassed of like therapy and whatnot. I think I had when I think about myself, I think that I had a distorted view of the world that I don't necessarily have now. So I'm not hurt basically off of past trauma. I look at it and I've learned like some lessons from it, but I basically felt like I look at marriage now, like marriage is something that you do for a purpose of trying to build something together, where you're trying to build a family, where you guys got a business together, but the point is to build something with that person, and that's why you're getting married. It's kind of like a business contract. If you're one company merging with another company, you're just not merging to merge. If you sell two different products, you know what I'm saying? There's got to be something that you can build together to make both companies better. And the way I looked at it is like I was marrying for love. And you don't fucking marry somebody for love. It's
I
the
thoroughly
most
agree with that.
idiotic fucking thing
That
to
shouldn't
do.
be the reason why you get married. I believe that you should, love should be a component, or would be nice if it's a component, even though there's a lot of people who get married without being in love and they end up in love with each other. But I don't think you should get married
This
because
is back in the olden days. This is how marriage worked.
Right.
You weren't necessarily in love with somebody, but there was an arrangement. There was some kind of what we call a dowry. And you know, so there would be certain things exchanged for that marriage in order to further that. It's like I was doing it because, hey, I love you, you love me. We like having sex with each other, and you already have all your shit here, so I might as well do the responsible thing and get married. And that was stupid of me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Not once but twice. It's stupid of me. I realized that I don't need to be married. I thoroughly fucking enjoy.
We come to Fed. You said love don't pay the bills. Is that
Yeah.
a joke? Because I would want.
Love definitely don't pay no fucking bills.
I would definitely go in on that statement because I remember her saying something about I don't remember if it was her, if she was saying something about how the guy doesn't have to pay all the bills. She wouldn't marry a guy based on him paying the bills, or him having to pay
That's
all the bills.
cute to say. It's cute.
No. So to say that love don't pay the bills kind of taps into, it wouldn't be an issue if you was able to pay your own damn bills as an adult. But most people get into marriage expecting the man to pay all the bills, or the majority of it, or the lion's share, et cetera, et cetera. But I just thought that was, I don't want to go down that rabbit hole. Unless she calls. If she calls,
look
then I'm
at
down for
she can call, but you know, it's a little afraid of you sometimes.
I understand. She's not a
She's not afraid of you. The elevated Chrissy does call in, you know, but you know, call in. Yeah, I look at love differently as well, because it's not just words that come out of your mouth. When I look for someone who I can say that loves me, I say, how does this person nurture the things that I care about? You know what I'm saying? And we spoke about, you know, certain things. You know, I've been doing shows and stuff for a while, and skits and all this kind of stuff. And, you know, the person I was with never commented on a single thing I've ever done. Not a show, not a nothing. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think you should marry that person.
Yeah, and it shouldn't be, and that it really affected me, because I would do certain things, and I would go on my Instagram and go in my messages, and there's all these people who's like, yo, this is great, and you're doing this, and this is funny, and this person would be like, I didn't watch it. I'm not really into that kind of stuff. And I looked at that and it was like, yo, you're not nurturing the things that I love. And, you know what I'm saying? And I enjoy doing this, and you know, when you get, it's very difficult when you get that kind of gratification from other people, just random fucking strangers, and you don't get that from the person that you're with. This says a lot. And you know, I paid attention to those things. I at this point realized that I enjoy being with myself, by myself, and enjoy having the company of other people, and not necessarily going around and fucking everybody. It's really not. I know it seems
you
like
don't enjoy fucking people.
I do. Don't get me wrong, but it's not a part of my MO. It's not, you know, basically what I'm made of and what I do all the time. But I enjoy being around. I enjoy being around women. So it's just gonna assume people are gonna assume I'm a gallus. But I enjoy being around women because women are awesome.
Who assumes that? I don't assume you're gay.
You know, because you fucking know me. But anybody else,
Based on the shit I heard in the show, No, no, no.
But,
no.
But yeah,
That's funny.
but, you know what people it's like people assume that, you know, every chick I'm with, I do not like fucking female friends because let me reiterate that. Not that I won't do it, but I'd rather just I'd rather be your friend because when I'm around you in other places and you're around other female friends of yours, you're gonna introduce me to them, and I'm gonna be like, yo, it's cool if I talk to your homegirl. And he's like, yeah, go. And you're gonna introduce me to your homegirl, like, yeah, this is J. Lou, he's cool, and then I'll get your friend. So I don't need you. I just need you to be my friend. But I'll talk to your friends, you know, stuff like that. That's how you turn one woman into like 100. Some quick maths. Yeah, I'm gonna go off topic in this, so I'm not gonna continue.
I think we went off topic
Yeah.
already. We went, we dove into your what is it? The id? What is it? What is it?
Deep in the subconscious.
The deep in your subconscious.
I am one person that I think the people who really sit down and get to know me, I don't shy away from things. You can ask me any questions. I don't really have much
That's
shame.
a great segue into what we're doing today.
Yeah, it is because, and I thought about that too, because there's some questions that are going to come up today that are going to be a little touchy, but
As different from every other show.
So and it falls a lot into what I'm saying. So I'll be, this is going to be the completely honest J. Lou show also. He's eating like beans and squirrel nuts and shit like that.
This is quinoa and lentils, mixed vegetables, and such. Gotcha. And then I have a nice fruit protein shake. I'm on my healthy shit.
Yeah.
Protein shakes.
Yeah, man.
Back in my day, that meant something different.
I have tea and water.
I got tea and water too. I'm getting back on my workout. My workout shit.
Elevated Chrissy once. No, when we come to FET, says Danny, she doesn't want that mic bar in front of your handsome face. She said if you could please remove it.
Did Mike?
Yes.
No, he probably doesn't know how he looks. Oh, my bad. I didn't turn the screen, so he doesn't really know how he looks.
No worries.
Look at that. There.
Okay, is that better? Become the fat? Because I don't wanna keep you away from Danny.
All right.
Danny,
Yes, sir.
would you like to lead the congregation in the first question? And let me just say that just so I wouldn't be tired, I took a nap before the show.
Okay.
And so I woke up around like 7 o'clock. So I only take hour naps, cat naps, if you will. And then I woke up hearing, this name. Several people were asking me about this. I didn't know who this guy was. I don't know who Derek Jones was. I know who Roy Jones is, Grace Jones is, Mike Jones is.
Derek Jackson is his name.
Derek Jackson is his name? Well, still, I don't fucking know him. And then I realized that I see this guy
you see him
on little clips on IG all the time.
Yeah.
Steve Harvey and this shit up.
Yeah.
So I looked and I had two other people actually to talk about this. And then we discussed this before the show at length.
No, I'm laughing at the video. I'm having flashbacks.
Yeah. So for those who Derek Jackson
is his name. He's the king of simps, in my opinion.
Okay.
But he's
why is he the king of simps? Could you explain this guy before we talk about it, so the people who don't know who can.
He's a guy who's he talks so often about relationships, etc., or interactions between men and women. He's similar to Kevin Samuels, where I would say Kevin Samuels is an advocate for men. Derek Jackson is an advocate for women. At least that's what he presents himself to be.
Okay.
But oftentimes he removes all accountability from women, and he only casts responsibility and judgment on men.
He's like Steve Harvey and the shit. what Steve Harvey used to do.
Yeah. Because Steve Harvey's message has evolved a lot.
Because when I first saw this guy, he was talking about, this is what men, you need to treat your women like this.
Right,
and if
right.
you're out there doing that, the fuck kind of guy are
He's
you?
a guy who-
I mean, that's not exactly what he was saying, but that's how he sounded in my head.
His audience, he speaks to women while pretending to be speaking to men.
He's a bastion for women, for women's.
I wouldn't say that.
You wouldn't say. What would you
Because
say?
a bastion for women would hold, a bastion for someone is to their benefit. They're not an enabler.
So he would be critical of the women.
Right. Or equal with the praise and the criticism, at the very least.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I think he leaned more on the side of
he criticizes
criticizing men
and praises women. That's my issue with him.
I'll let you keep going, and then I'll say my whole piece on this whole dude.
Drink your tea after.
I drank my tea. What the fuck you mean?
It's an inside joke. They don't get it, but hopefully you do. Go ahead.
You guys are nuts. Whatchamacallit? So, yeah, he's definitely he's the type of real men do this and real men do that.
Right.
I would never this and whatever, and people, he would, at first he wouldn't really talk about the fact that he was married. Then it came out. Then
I didn't know he was married.
Then exactly. Sounds
like something
while he's on his pedestal preaching and pointing fingers at dudes, he would never really, it would never be, in my marriage, this is what I practice and this is what works. It's more or less real men do this, real men do that.
Yes, Sunshine Gypsy. We I mean, I don't know if you're asking me of the clip of this guy, but we do have a clip. Can we give me? No, you're not gonna play that. No, not at all.
Fuck him.
Okay.
He wouldn't play.
Kev, I'm fucking with you. I know you wasn't gonna fucking play it.
He wouldn't play a clip of us.
I know you wasn't going to play it.
For the record, he has played a clip of Kevin Samuels,
Yeah, but that's Kevin Samuels.
et cetera, et cetera. But whatchamacallit?
Alia, if those
came out.
this is for the people who asked the question about him. Basically, this is a guy, a content creator, and his content is basically giving men advice on how they should
treat women.
Giving men criticism. He doesn't give men advice.
Criticism.
Well, criticism.
I think that's a better word, criticism.
And I would like to say, I'll let you finish, and then I'll say my piece.
Okay.
On what I think this guy is.
Right, so he presents himself as the role model or the ideal man, and now it comes out that he's been cheating on his wife for the past 4 years.
The whole fucking time.
Yeah.
And he's sitting up there, sitting up looking like Idris Elba after he got COVID.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And now he came out with this R. Kelly apology video with his wife looking crazy.
I was scared for his wife, the way she was holding him.
She looked like she's held hostage in the basement.
Holding her hand, he was like, not going nowhere. You're going to do this fucking video with me.
Clear she didn't want to do that video because
Clearly.
You know how you know? Her head was covered. Her hair was covered.
She still had her bonnet on.
She had on a sweater. She wasn't dressed for it. You know what I'm saying? You can tell the energy.
Yeah, the
I don't want to
energy
do this.
was off.
Yeah, but yeah, and then he's, I very political, apologetic, simpy tail between his legs. Apology, explanation, actually. It's more of an explanation.
He sounded like a fuckboy.
And if you listen carefully, you can hear the bullshit and the toxicity in it or whatever. But yeah, it was interesting. All his critics would rejoice because it revealed that he's a
con artist.
That is a great word. He is a con artist.
Because I was gonna say he's a hypocrite, and I'm listening to the rebuttals in my head.
He's a con artist.
I would say because he's written books about relationships.
Right.
And for me, the problem is that it would have been different if I would have had a different attitude towards it if he came out on his own. But he introduces the video saying it's come out, and people have been talking about the fact that I cheated on my wife, versus him saying on his own, you know what? For a long time, I've been doing the wrong thing, and I've been playing myself and playing my wife and disrespecting our marriage by cheating. And I just wanted to come to you guys and explain to you guys, because what I did was wrong. But that's not what he did. What he did is, you know what? Y'all caught me, y'all found out, and it's all over Twitter for the past couple of days.
And so that's why I'm saying this.
Let me say something and force her to be here with me, and let me hold her hand so that she don't run away, and let me talk about it while I pretend to be the man that I talk about when I do all these other videos.
So you mean to tell me you got a wife at home, but your ass is coming out giving me advice?
No, he gives you criticism.
Yes, exactly. Giving me criticism on how to fucking treat a woman, and you out here fucking horning and shit?
Yeah. Now, and again, like I know that there's a lot of humans that do human things, and I don't know anybody who's perfect. And if you know me, you know that I'm far from it. You understand what I'm saying? So my issue with him is not that he made the mistake,
I agree with you.
or that
We can agree.
you understand what I'm saying? So my issue isn't the fact that he's not perfect or he didn't live up to the message of what he's trying to preach. Because there's a lot of people who can tell you what the right thing is, even though they're not necessarily an example of it in perfection. But the only time it becomes a problem is when you deny the fact that you're not perfect, while you're making these public, drastic, extreme criticisms, et cetera, et cetera.
And by the way, when you write me that it is usually I don't discuss who sent these things, but this person said, they tell them I did it. So this is from Elevated Chrissy who sent over this post and the video, which we're not gonna play, of this fuckboy. So sorry, go ahead.
What I basically want to say is, if you wanted to explain the severity of drug addiction, right? The best person to Danny looks like he's sleeping, but the best person to explain that would be a drug addict.
No, yeah, I agree.
You understand? So it would be different if this guy said, listen, I used to do these things and as a result, ABC happened. But for somebody to act like, well, you guys are doing this and you guys shouldn't be doing this and you guys are fucked up for this.
And my shit don't stink.
And the same
Right.
and the same things you're throwing men under the bus for, you're actually doing is one, I feel sorry for everybody that put their faith in him. His audience, his followers, his tribe. I feel bad for them because I'm pretty sure there's women out there who write his shit down and live by his code. And I'm pretty sure they're really stressed out right now looking at the person they look up to as a fraud. And this happens a lot. People get miscleoed a lot. You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, content creating is a source of income, and I'm pretty sure he figured out if I could bash men, I could get this whole clientele. I could sell some books. I could,
Yes, Rest 420. We're talking about Derek Jackson.
I could make a good amount of living. A good living doing this shit. And a lot of times, when you cap for a living, it's easy because you don't struggle with morals. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times on this show, we kind of correct each other and say what we say, and we say, well, in my opinion, and my younger self, or a whole bunch of shit because we're holding ourselves accountable. When
Right,
you cap,
that's my issue with him. He doesn't.
because he's capping.
Right.
When you cap, there's no morals.
He's a fucking narcissist.
Right. I don't know about. Listen,
No,
hold
he's
on.
a
Wait,
fucking
I agree with that. I
narcissist.
agree.
wait.
That's
Hold
that's
on.
Let him
narcissist
finish.
behavior.
Hold on.
Kevin, Jason.
Hold on,
It's a
hold
new
on.
week. Let Kevin finish.
Hold on.
I'm sorry, bro.
What?
so beautiful.
What about him says narcissist? The only reason I'm saying for you to break it down is because people throw that fucking word.
Here's why I said I can tell you, right? If you look at the video and I'm just talking based on body language, right? She clearly did not want to do this video. He's holding on to her for fucking dear life like she is trying to run away. But he says, listen, this is about me and trying to save my career, not our marriage. You know what I'm saying? Because we could have worked on that off the camera. This is about me right now. So even though I fucked you over, I need you to sit here and I'm going to hold your hand so you don't run away because this is about me. And the actions I saw there was purely narcissistic. Because even his explanation wasn't that of accountability. It was about kind of like saying, yeah, but you guys found out, so I'm just gonna put it out there. But that's not really who I am. Me. Talk about how much you fucking hurt that woman that's sitting next to you. That's what someone who's not a narcissist would do. I'm sitting here because I'm acknowledges that the woman that I'm standing by, I fucking hurt her. And I went out there and acted like that's not what I do, but that's what I've been doing all this time. And I'm not over here to try to save my career. I'm here to apologize to her. He did not do that. He displayed actions of a narcissist.
He made it all about him.
Right.
look at this from an objectional standpoint, and as a person who understands entertainment, it is about him. Because if it wasn't him, it wouldn't be news. You understand? So, you know, and you know, I'm not defending it. This is me debating the point for the people in the chat. This is not me defending him.
Oh no, we understand.
No, you understand.
No, you're speaking for the people who are not.
When I speak, I like to speak to be understood for the people who are viewing us, not for the people in the room. You understand? What I'm saying is, it is about him. You understand? Also, the optics of it, I don't think it was to control her if she didn't want to leave. She probably is hurt. But the symbol of the image of them holding the hand means like, yo, listen, I did what I did, but I'm not going anywhere. It could be purely staged. You know what I'm saying? But at this stage in this guy's career, I'm pretty sure it's not just him. It's probably his publishers.
You think the bonnet and everything I have was staged too?
I don't know. I didn't even notice she had a bonnet. I was watching. I saw that.
I'm more so about that he's prepared to be on
Exactly.
on camera.
You get what I'm saying. You get what I'm saying.
You know what I mean? Like he's presentable at the very least.
Right.
And she's not.
The thing is, this is entertainment.
Every other guy who cheats has the decency to let her get dressed.
Hold on, wait. Listen, listen. This is entertainment.
You could have got her hair done.
This is entertainment, and the average guy or girl, man or wife who cheats is not on front page. You understand?
Feel you.
So I don't want to get into the idea of critiquing this guy when he's clearly in the doghouse. He's already in the doghouse. He cheated. I don't have to get why.
I think he'll come out of it. I think
No. He's in the doghouse this week.
Right. Yeah.
It's just news for this week.
Women will forget.
Yeah.
Right. So
He gonna say some magical Negro shit.
So
next week.
My thing is, I'm not gonna get on board with throwing him under the bus.
Oh, Team Soca Music, thank you for the raid.
I was to say, what the fuck was that?
That's a raid.
That's a raid.
Big up Team Soca with the raid, man.
Team Soca.
Shout out to all the people with the raid. I'm gonna take the thing on this. Welcome to Mighty J. Lou's channel. This is Mighty J. Lou. Raiders, refresh the page. Shout out to all the people who following. This is not a music channel. We're just talking. You know, feel free to put in your earbuds.
I might sing later.
He might, but this is not a music channel. So, like I said, he's already under the bus. So I'm not gonna critique how he's getting from under the bus. I'm not gonna, he used a car jack instead of using a fucking hydraulic lift. He's under the bus. All right. He was the pot calling the kettle black. That's it. You know, like I said, this is very different from the average person who cheated, because this is his whole career. And it's as much as it's his livelihood, it's also her livelihood. Because I'm pretty sure those books that he sell is keeping the lights on. I'm not saying I don't know what she does, but you know, this is bigger than us, you know, just critiquing why he did what he did. I mean, if he wasn't him, it wouldn't be news. So you're saying he's narcissistic and it's all about him? It is all about him, because if it was you, it wouldn't be news.
If it was me, and let's say that I was on, you know, his level of celebrity or whatever you want to call it, I would have got my girl hair done, at least.
Oh,
I wouldn't have had her. He had her on there looking
I'm not
fucking
sure.
crazy.
Honestly, if you know, I don't even know if I would even include her, because I don't want people
If I was going
stopping
to,
her while she's shopping for groceries.
Yo, because she was on there looking
I never
crazy.
knew what she looked like until
I think
the world got to meet her in this sense.
I think it was I think it was, you know, something calculated, and like I said, in the world that we live in, this is not going to be news. I just want to acknowledge what's going on in the real world right now. Did you guys hear about the mass shooting
in Colorado?
The mass shooting.
Another one in Colorado?
Yeah.
What's with Colorado and the shooting?
And you know, I wasn't planning this, but this is like a good segue into, you know, something I want to talk about, because
we spend enough time on Derek Jackson.
Yeah, because people, this is not a relationship show.
No,
this is not a relationship. We do talk about affairs of the heart a lot, but you know, I was speaking to the group earlier, and you know, I wanna these mass shootings that happen, right? You know, 95% of the time it's you know, a white
guy
male,
with a gun.
a white male with a gun. And it's funny because in this country, in this world, white men.
I'm sorry. Was this today?
This
The shooting is today, yes.
It's still going on right now.
This is what happens when you take a nap.
It's still going on right now.
Okay.
The thing about it, it gets me thinking, and it got me thinking. White men don't have to struggle with disproving any stereotypes about them. Most races do not have to. Maybe Spanish people, yes, to a degree, but as black men, I'm pretty sure in this room, we all struggled our whole life disproving stereotypes about ourselves. You know what I'm saying? And then we get patted on our back for things that other races just do. You know, we get and sometimes we
get patted on our back for just enunciating things. Right.
Yeah, you speak so well. Sometimes we champion the fact that, yeah, I'm in my kid's life. I take care of my kids.
You're supposed to be.
Right, but and then you know, we get patted on the back, like in Daniel's case, for being in his age and not having any kids. Or, you know, it's like we always have to disprove, I'm not an angry black man, I don't have a record, I'm not gonna kill you.
We have to develop, you know, there's one thing about black people is that our distrust of white people is so prevalent that we don't even trust ourselves or who we are around white people. So we develop a white persona to use at work.
I think you know, it's when it's funny because we do this so much. We sometimes look at people. I'm just bringing up for an example. This is not a reality. I'm just bringing up as a point of reference. You know, Kev Love. Mm-hmm. We all know Kev Love is what you see is what you get. You understand? And there's some people that would be like, shit, why does he have to act like that? You know what I'm saying? When I'm here trying to disprove the stereotype. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying he's a very intelligent, very loyal, very interesting individual, but I'm just saying as I don't think other races have to deal with that. You know what I'm saying? Which brings me back to the mass shooting. White men don't have to go through the world disproving, oh, I'm not a mass shooter. When we see white men in the store, well, some of us, you know what I'm saying? We don't think, oh my God, he might shoot up the store.
No, he just has emotional problems.
But I'm pretty sure when walking down the street, you know, you pass somebody, it might be even a black person, they might clutch their purse across the street, or, you know, it's just different. And that, you know, we've been dealing with that shit our whole life to the point we don't even think about that shit.
That is true. I think, you know, it's just a lot of things, you know, I you know, this is my voice. But I've gotten accosted a lot throughout the years, especially in school, for people telling me that I was talking white. Or you know, I grew up and I didn't necessarily, you know, I grew up around the hood because I live in Brooklyn, but you know, I grew up in Ditmas Park. You know what I'm saying? People next door to me, then to this way, that way, and across the street.
That was the hood.
Yeah, it was. The hood was around there, but
your block was lit.
Yeah, but just in there, you know.
Well, your block wasn't actually lit. I only seen one of your neighbors. Oh, now, whole block.
Yeah, you don't really see them. They just come out and, you know, they do the little white wave and you know, they go back inside the house. And I remember, like, I being embarrassed, and it was funny when I think about it now, being embarrassed to take people to my house.
You bugging.
Because I thought it would make me seem less black if they went there.
I loved your house, bro.
You know what I'm saying? I felt like they were gonna be like, you got a maid?
You know what was kind of what people used to tell me when I used to just talk, and when I would talk about my mother and father, and they would be like, your father lived with you?
Yeah. My father used to come to open school night. People would be mad surprised.
Yeah, they'd be like, you'd be like, your father. I'm like, yeah, my mother too.
Yeah.
and it wasn't only my parents. It was his parents. It was my other cousin's parents.
Everybody we was around.
It was everybody we was around. So to us, you know, I'm not gonna say our life was like the Cosby Show, but we had a mother and father and auntie and uncle in almost every house.
My life was like the Cosby Show. It's pretty something. Not directly, but
What episode did
the Gordon Trail t-shirt, the shirt.
No, I'm talking about what episode did Theo fuck the maid?
Oh, damn.
that was the director's cut.
I did.
Oh,
Fuck the maid.
Speaking about
Like Prince Hakim said, but it's my royal right.
I thought that was your cousin.
I thought you all sleep with your maids. That's what I thought.
I thought it was your cousin.
See, speaking about director's cuts.
I didn't know that.
Speaking about, I gotta shake this guy's hand, cause he said he made a recommendation. When y'all make recommendations, I watch. I gave y'all some recommendations. Y'all ain't
No, I
watched them
haven't watched
shit.
anything yet. So don't
Justice
be like that.
League.
It was dope.
Awesome.
Oh my
Fucking awesome.
god.
All right.
I watched it again last night.
Oh
Okay,
my
okay.
god, bro. Justice League, I'm so mad that wasn't what
original
we saw.
movie? Yeah.
Yo, it is phenomenal.
Is that much better?
That yes.
What?
Yes.
Listen, it's 4 hours.
Listen,
I watched it again last night.
Listen, they completely redid some of the scenes. Like they completely I need this guy Schneider. I need
Make
him.
more movies.
I need him to redo Blade 3. I need him to redo all of Wonder Woman 2.
But Kev, let's just say he didn't. It's not a redo.
It's actually
This
original
was
movie.
the original plan.
No.
What happened was his daughter died. He had to leave. They brought in a new director. The director said, "I'm not just taking his stuff and making a movie out of it. I'm gonna make my own movies." And the director who did that was the same one who did
I
the
want to
Avengers.
beat the first director. I want to kick
Yes.
him. Yo, listen, no, but they actually spent.
Yes, no, I mean, I don't think this is a movie. Dutchy, you know what I'm saying? No spoilers, please. The movie came out already. There's really no
No,
spoilers.
I just don't want you to tell me what's
For it.
new
No,
about it.
No.
We're not gonna say what's new about it.
No. There's definitely
The
there's
premise of the
definitely-
movie is the same.
There's definitely spoilers. There's definitely spoilers that I don't want to go through. But I respect the fact that they spent $70 million.
Oh wow.
They spent $70 million to finish the product. Yo, bro, from off the rip, from the first scene, you're like, yo, this is different. The temperature, everything is different, and it really let me know that in the right hands.
Yeah. No, you know what is so awesome about that? And I'm gonna bring up something like the GameStop app, right? When people get together and use our powers as human beings who have access to other people to make things happen, it happens. The only reason this movie happens because people got together and started a petition. Now, a lot of people thought it was a joke and they didn't take it serious. But so many people started to say, listen, you need to release this movie and this is what we want. And HBO said, okay, we'll do it. And that's how it happened. So it's like when you get together, when people get together and they want things to happen, this is a result of what can happen.
This is so funny, right? I seen Shireen comment, and she said 4 hours, I'm gonna try to keep my attention. You binge watch things all the time. I'm pretty sure there's days that you watch way more than 4 hours of one show. You probably watch Ozark for one afternoon. All right? Me as a comic book fan, a Superman fan, a Batman fan, and just a fan of the evolution of the genre that these are the critically acclaimed movies right now. When they were fluff pieces when we were growing up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But
They didn't have respect for what it could do for the fans of those.
Well, the people making movies at the time weren't thinking about that.
Right.
Danny, if you want to watch the movie too, I don't know if you're like a audiophile like me when it comes to like movies. Like if you ever watch the movie by me, it's like the whole room shakes. Like I got an amazing system. HBO Go, for some reason, HBO Max, whatever it's called, for some reason it's not playing in 5.1. Like
Really?
I'm getting the speakers, but I'm not getting the subwoofer just on HBO Max. I don't know why. So what
How
I
are you
did,
watching it?
that's what I'm gonna come to. Like, so I put it on my Plex server. So I can give you the link for that.
Okay.
You can watch it on the Plex server if you do have like a full surround sound system.
Yo, you can't use my own emote against me. Can't do it. You can't fucking do it. It don't work like that. Can't do that. You can't ask me if you ask me fucking that. That's what the fuck I ask you. Anyway, Yo, that I thoroughly enjoyed and that somebody said the Falcon and Winter Soldier. I tried to watch the first episode 3 times and I kept falling asleep.
It was good, but it was good and boring at the same time. I don't know how to explain that.
I think then that's part of the reason. So is WandaVision all the episodes out?
Yes.
Okay, good.
It's only
So
like
Danny,
7, right?
No, I still haven't
Danny,
watched it yet.
you have one more week
Okay.
before I'm allowed to talk about this.
No, I wouldn't talk. I wouldn't talk about anything that people haven't seen, not just him.
So no, because I wanted to wait for all the episodes to come out before I watch it, because that's I think like imagine, right? For what I'm capable now, especially with HBO, I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt, where I can watch 5-6 episodes of something, because I know HBO is a slow burn. You know what I mean? And then it picks up later on. So maybe and I think the fact that they gave Falcon a show, I'm gonna still watch it and give him the benefit of the doubt.
Do you think at some point, I feel like the way it's heading, like they're gonna make it about race?
What, the Falcon?
Yes.
I wouldn't be mad if they did.
What you mean? Make it about race?
I feel
Add some racial element to the show.
but I don't. Sometimes I think it's necessary, and sometimes I think it's like
I think it depends on how it's done. I mean, because the race is a reality.
But they've never discussed it really.
Yes, they have.
Where?
Black Panther.
Yes, okay, but that even in Black
can't say
Panther,
but it was subtle.
Even exactly, it was a very subtle.
And it was and that's the thing. Like, and that's what I'm saying. It depends on how it's done, right? Like, if you care about somebody and you're trying to address something that they need to fix, you have to be conscious of how you discuss it with them for them to actually receive it. And it depends on, are you speaking so that you can vent, or are you speaking so that they can change?
That's
You understand what I'm saying?
That is a great way to put it.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing with comic books, right? In the comic book universe, there are characters that were specifically put there to represent their race, like Luke Cage, like I forget that there's an Asian superhero coming out. We're supposed to release this year. I'm not sure if it's gonna release this year.
I can't remember the name, but it has to do with like the 12 rings or something like that.
Something like that. You know, but then there are characters that really just they're it's just their character. You know, and you could change them out.
Do you feel when it comes to like Asian characters? Do you feel that Asian people feel a way that every time there's an Asian character in an action movie, it has to be about kung fu?
No, I don't
think that's the case.
I don't think that's the case either.
For me, like the hard boiled, that's super throwback. Did you see that?
Hard boiled, of course. John Woo, come on, Chow Yun Fat.
I remember the action more than I do the fighting. I don't even remember if there was much fighting in hard boiled.
No, the thing about it, they were doing they were thinking about the gunplay as actual action.
Right.
I as a fan of those type of movies, I don't think it's always about kung fu.
Right.
You know, I think you know, anybody who says that is you know,
somebody who doesn't fully understand the genre.
No, but I'm not saying it like that. I'm saying like when they are introduced in movies like Marvel movies, if they have not had any Asian characters, the moment time they do introduce one, he's like some kind of kung fu master.
I don't agree. I don't agree with you. I don't agree. Just because
I'm not versed enough in
just because as a martial artist, it's irresponsible to just put all martial arts under the umbrella of kung fu. You know, that's saying every Caribbean person is Jamaican.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that, but I just feel that they were just like they're sitting around in the studios and the studio execs and go like, how about we introduce an Asian person? Oh, hey, can he know karate?
I don't think. Well, here's the thing.
I think they're stereotyped into.
I don't think so. I really don't think so, because every Marvel character, almost 90% of them, do martial arts. Captain America does martial arts. Black Panther does martial arts. Iron Man doesn't do martial arts because he has the suit. Hulk is just a big.
Nah, when he did the fight against Thor, I forgot which movie it was.
The Hulk?
Iron Man.
You're
talking about Iron Man.
Oh, with the Hulk Buster?
No, he did, I don't remember. I remember Iron Man and Thor fighting.
Oh,
Yes,
Thor.
that was like I think that was either Thor 2 or
I remember.
one of them.
I remember.
It was some martial arts.
I remember
moves.
Iron Man and Captain
Well, when
America.
Captain America and Iron Man.
Yeah, but
fought
it wasn't.
with the
It's
soldier.
still in the suit. It's not. It's But I wouldn't. You, if you're talking about action, you say, oh, it's stereotypical for the guy to be doing martial arts. Everybody's doing some.
I agree with that too.
Black Widow is doing martial arts, and all martial arts does not come from Asia.
Right.
You know, there's
not,
martial arts.
not
good
saying
point.
that. I think that
Good point.
I think that when they introduce these
No,
Asian
I think
characters,
what he's saying is that their main attribute that's highlighted in the character is their
when,
martial
when,
arts.
I don't
when
think
they
so.
when they tell their backstory, it always starts out at the Shaolin Temple with them
I don't-
punching rice in a bowl.
I don't think.
You know what I mean?
I really don't think so. I think you're
I'm
saying
not
that.
versed enough to
I think you're saying that to be funny.
No, I'm saying that to be honest. That's how it usually is.
I don't think that's the case. I don't think that's the case. I mean, like I said, when you watch these movies, everybody fights. You understand? Everybody fights. Everybody has a fighting style. I remember getting the comic book cards and literally seeing, okay, this guy comes from Brazil. He does capoeira. This guy comes from here. This guy did a little boxing. This guy does Wing Chun. This guy does Savat. This guy does Taekwondo. That's Korean. This guy does karate. That's Japanese. This guy does Wing Chun. That's Chinese. There's martial arts from all over the globe, and just because an Asian dude is doing martial arts, the black person is doing martial arts too. So it's.
I'm just saying. There's only literally one Asian character in the Marvel in MCU cinematic universe. There's only one. What is only one?
I can't. I would be careful in saying that
There,
because.
there really is. That
Speaking
But
of
kimchi, this.
I'm just in the.
I actually have the Marvel.
I'm talking about in the movies. I'm not talking about in the comic books. I mean in the movies. It's the FBI agent that was in WandaVision and Ant-Man. That's really it.
I would be careful saying that
You guys,
because Psylocke,
That was in Fox's. That doesn't count.
still X-Men,
still a Marvel movie
still
though.
a Marvel movie, bro.
True. I like playing Psylocke in the game.
I'm just saying you got to be careful.
game.
You got to be careful you got to be careful when you say these things. Also, Wolverine. Remember the girl who came in Wolverine 2 from Japan?
Yes,
Yeah,
that was also
and
Marvel.
there was
Beauty Fox.
there was a lot of because he was in Japan.
Wasn't she Lady Deathstrike?
Yes, she was.
She was.
Yes, she was. So that's
Did we talk about games already last week?
No, there's a.
Wasn't that time we was talking about Metal Gear and stuff like that?
There is a question in here. If you
No,
want to
that's
just
what I'm
jump,
saying.
if you just want to jump to that,
Yeah, did we address that question when we were talking about games?
I don't think so.
Last week about with Metal Gear and stuff like that.
I think we really glazed over Metal Gear.
Are we done with the stereotype? There's one thing I will say. There was a stereotypical moment in Justice League. I'm glad they rethunk.
Rethunk or rethought?
Rethought. You be saying some fucked up shit too, bro.
I know. I'm just saying.
Just get him back and correct him.
Fuck it. So we done with the stereotypes? Cause I'm gonna not.
No, I think that's definitely
Dive
a
into
rabbit
it.
hole that we can.
Yeah, I'm not gonna dive into it because I don't believe that's the case. I think an Asian person would be more upset, which what used to happen with the Bruce Lee David Carradine situation. You guys remember that?
Yes, that was just blatantly racist. But then again, he was half.
Who?
David Carradine. He's like
David Carradine.
Yes.
Is half what?
he's white and Chinese. I
Yeah, but
believe.
Fuck out of here.
No, he is.
No.
He don't represent the Asian side of himself.
He doesn't represent it. I'm just saying that was their excuse.
Hold on. Wait, no.
He's a hack.
No, the excuse was that because Bruce Lee was Asian and people wouldn't accept it.
Hold on. This is aside from the race, David Carradine wasn't even a martial artist, bro.
I didn't know that.
No.
He's
You never seen the way he was fighting? He was
I was impressed.
with David Carradine.
Let's remember when it came out. Let's calm the fuck down.
Versus.
I would listen. The way they made his character effective, with the lack of effort in him being still effective, I just bought into the story.
No, the story was
That's what I'm saying. So to me, even though it was very, and the guy goes flying across the room, to me it was believable that he's so powerful that he can gracefully exude such power.
I mean,
I didn't look judging it by it now. Like most things, if we was to watch it again, like the A-Team or MASH or Cheers and all this other shit.
Mash was good, bro.
Those things were great.
I didn't like
then,
I didn't like the theme song. MASH.
I wasn't able to get into MASH when it first came out.
Was it just me, or because I didn't? I'm watch.
I had to be older for MASH to be appealing to me.
I would watch TV at night, and when
MASH, I would change the channel.
The minute time, I would change the channel. I was like, it's time for me to go to bed.
I had to be older for me to appreciate the comedy in MASH.
I'm not gonna front. I think that series, Cheers, I think that could be relevant today.
How so?
Because these environments still exist, especially bar environments where people talk, everybody knows your name. If you watch, Cheers and the evolution of Cheers, that was one of the shows when the last episode, you felt something. The character development on that show was amazing. I remember, what last episodes were a thing. Last episode of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Last episode of Growing Pains. I don't think I watched the last. I don't think I've seen the last 2 seasons of the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. It's up. It's crazy. My daughter Cadence actually binge. She likes Moesha. She likes Fresh Prince of. Yes, she watches. She loves 90s shows, and we.
Well, I would also have to say that I think there's a void, like there's a gap. There's a hole that we had in the 90s that doesn't exist now.
Because kids everybody consume things different. We were locked into the radio. Kids don't listen to the radio anymore. Like FM radio. There were no podcasts back in the days. There was no internet. There wasn't bootlegging, and there wasn't instant gratification the way it is now. We had to wait for things to come out. You know what I'm saying? And I remember when Michael Jackson did what was that? Was it? No,
one of his videos.
He did one of his videos and it got banned.
Oh, because he was grabbing his crotch. That was Black or White. Yes,
the end of Black or White.
But that was kind of it was a little awkward.
No, but it's fine. But if you missed it that day, remember
you never seen it. Right.
You never seen it. You couldn't see it. It was banned.
Go on YouTube and
it was no YouTube.
No, you couldn't find it.
You couldn't find it. And I remember after that, when Michael Jackson, I remember when I saw Remember the Times for the first time, I was like, holy shit. You know what I'm saying? Those things meant something. There's too much instant gratification, which it affects everything. Like even this guy we were talking about. We know next week that's not gonna be news.
Yeah.
It's just because everything is just thrown at us so much.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing? I mean, is that showing how much we evolved or de-evolved?
I think it's a combination. I think that I know that producers, I mean in the genuine sense of a person who produces things or people who sell things, they will sell you stuff knowing that it's not good for you, but because you would buy it, they would still sell it. And they say, I'll stop selling it when people stop buying it, versus taking the responsibility of allowing a progressive evolution of things. So when you say, I think that the fact that if your son was into cars, there's literally a channel's worth of content all related to cars. People who build cars, people who customize cars, people could tell you about the car's inventions, people could tell you about racing cars. I forgot the name of that show that's on BBC that they went through 2 different reiterations of it, where it's about them comparing comparing cars within a genre with itself and giving the cars a challenge. Like they would drive 40 miles in Europe from one country to the next with cars that you wouldn't think to do that type of thing with or whatever. So in that sense, it's great. But in another sense, what OJ's trial proved to content creators is that people like reality more than they like fantasy. And that's where the birth of reality TV came from.
Yeah, MTV
was because
really...
of people's putting so much attention into OJ's trial and the drama that it brought to you, and because it was real, and them connecting you to it, like the helicopter following the Bronco for God knows how long hours. That like people didn't leave their TV for that.
Well, why do you think? Because and I'm not too sure what was first, Real World or the OJ thing, or whether the
No,
OJ
the
was
OJ
first.
thing was first.
OJ was definitely
no,
first.
there was no reality show
the only
before OJ.
The only reason I remember the OJ is because they cut the fucking Knicks game off,
And the Knicks lost.
The Knicks lost to the Houston Rockets. Fucking John Stark wouldn't sit down. I'm not gonna talk about it.
I was tight.
I wasn't gonna talk about it.
You are a fucking Knicks fan.
I was.
No, you are.
That broke my heart, son.
You're
I never
still
recovered.
angry
that
at
shit
it, though.
broke my heart, bro.
You still
don't understand.
brokenhearted
That shit
about
broke
it.
my heart. Just fucking
Thanks,
sit.
Lex. Top
All
gear.
he had to do was
Listen.
sit John Starks down.
Listen, he's
Are y'all
still a
talking
Knicks.
about the Knicks thing, or
he's
y'all
still-
talking about the
he's-
OJ thing?
He's a Knicks fan.
All you had to do was sit him down.
You hear how he's talking? That's how Knicks fans
He was
sound.
like 2 for 12.
You're a
and
Knicks
he's still on the
fan.
court.
You're a Knicks fan.
That's why they lost. Okay,
I don't watch
talk about it.
sports, so I can't relate.
Let me talk about it.
Let me piggyback off
Not
of
talk
what you're
about it.
saying because I'm really digging this. I think it's to our detriment. It's also to our benefit.
No, I agree, and that's what I'm saying. That's why I say I think it's both.
Yeah, because for good television or good cable TV, it has to be great. Like Snowfall. Snowfall is amazing.
Yeah, the bar has been raised.
The
bar has been raised on several levels.
Till now, you get movies aside from Marvel movies and DC movies. You get a lot of movies that are subpar, and then you get a lot of shows that are movie like
Quality.
They're movie quality, like on an acting. To a degree, not so much with cinematography. When you know certain things like the cameras they use, and you could tell where some of the money went.
Do you think that something like that is going to be the eventual downfall of movie theaters? Because I thought the same
What?
thing when I was watching
Something like what?
Falcon and the Winter Soldier, right?
No.
I said to myself,
No.
How, not
No,
only that, when
it's
I was
not.
here,
Because I can't invite you over to my house.
But listen to my example for a second. When I was watching Justice League, and I said this 4-hour movie would never work in a movie theater.
Yes, it would.
No, it wouldn't.
Yes, it would.
It would not.
Lord of the Rings worked.
Lord of the Rings was not 4 hours. It
There were
was
people who-
fucking long,
Sir,
but it wasn't
there were
4
people
hours.
who, when the third one came out, there were people who watched the first two,
Daniel,
and
hold
then
on.
the third
But
in
listen,
the same
but look,
sitting.
Let me finish my point on that. The point is being, how do you develop the thing? The 4 hours, seemed long to me at first before I watched the movie, but after I watched the movie, it made so much sense because how do you develop these characters in a 2-hour time frame?
So I understand what you're saying, right? One is a couple fold. People who make movies have to battle the distributor. AMC, Regal, etc., etc. AMC and Regal don't make movies; they distribute them. Columbia, Sony, they make movies, and then people like Schneider and William Spielberg and Stephen King are the
Director.
ones that are the actual creators of the movies, right? The studios facilitate the creation, and then the movie theater distributes it. Movie theaters don't like long movies because it shortens the amount of time, the intervals that they can sell popcorn and soda.
And another movie ticket.
Right. Well, the Hulk share of the profits for a movie theater isn't from movie tickets.
It's
It's
$20 hot
it's from the
dogs.
concession, right? And that's part of the reason why the concession is so high is because they want to be able to sell as much of that as possible. So for them, it benefits them to have an hour and a half movie because they can show more movies within the span of them being open versus a 4-hour movie. If they have a 4-hour movie, they only can show the movie 2 times a day, or they would need 4 screens to show it every half an hour, like when Batman or Marvel movie comes out the first day, or Black Panther. Literally 4 screens are showing the movie, and there's a showing every half an hour.
I don't think anything could kill the theater experience because
Exactly, because if you like movie theaters, like the passion you have when you describe Linden, TV ain't gonna replace that.
No, I don't have a passion
Yes,
for
you do.
Linden.
Yes,
I
you
have a no. Hold on.
I don't know.
Wait. Don't say that shit. Don't say that shit and cut me off. I don't have a passion for Linden, but the way you guys describe it, I argue it's not like that.
I understand.
And the way
just fucking with you.
the way you guys paint the picture for the people down there, I can't be sitting in a room, you guys painting a picture about something it's not true.
I feel
You know what I'm saying? That's why I argue. So, but let's get away from that point. Well, Go ahead.
No, but
So,
the point.
TV shows can't replace. Even though WandaVision is great.
Here's what I think, because I don't think
You seen the Watchmen series yet?
Yes, I did. I think it was
You
fantastic.
talked about that.
I don't think the average person, and I'm not bragging, I'm just being honest here. The average person has a TV and a sound setup at home like I do.
Right.
I have theater quality sound.
I feel you.
All right. I think we are going to see a push for that when people are. I think there is.
There's been a push for that. There's been a push for that.
Not like they will be now. I
Jason.
think they're going to say, let's try to see where we can push this home theater thing a lot more.
I disagree.
So here's the thing,
with
Jason.
you. Hold on.
Wait.
Let me disagree with him. All right. There's been a push for that. There's been a push when they had the flat screens and the TV bars and the Sonos and all that. There has been a push for that. The bubble for that has popped.
Links, I asked you fucking that.
The bubble for that is popped. Listen, if for me,
I'm laughing at
Links
Link's
was like,
comment.
well, you don't have Atmos, and I'm installing Atmos soon, okay?
I don't-
When I get the Atmos, and you come over here and hear my shit.
no, this is the thing. He's gonna say you don't have theater quality because you don't have the acoustics.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So and that's
No, I think it's possible.
But he
for
has
you to
great.
get the
He has
acoustics.
something
That's better than the average.
better
viewing
than the average.
experience.
But my thing to what I was saying about the theater, good movies that I saw in the theater, I always remember the reactions in the theater.
No, and so like I remember, I think it was Jumanji, the first Jumanji, the one with Robin Williams, right? I remember seeing that in the movie theater, and then I remember watching it at home afterwards, and it's just there is a what is the word? A crowd energy.
It's a vibe.
Yeah, that's a really good word.
It's a vibe.
There's a vibe that you get in the theater if it's a good group of people. Like Black Panther even.
Like I
in
said.
the movie theater.
Like
there
I
was
said,
an energy that you feel
thoughts-
in the theater.
Thoughts or electricity, which is energy. And when everybody's on the same vibe in a room, I can attest to this from being in a party and controlling the vibe of a crowd. When everybody's on the same frequency, it's an amazing, like you ever walked into a room and be like, yo, the energy in here is great, or the energy's off.
When you used to play at Rebel, I felt like that.
There you go. So it's like when you're in a theater and the vibe is good, that's a great feeling. And even movies that like Fruitvale Station, I remember watching it in the theater, and I remember how I felt, that I said I could never watch this movie again. You know what I mean? Because of how I felt. And I remember I was with my family, and I remember for the first time ever in the movies, the theater was silent at the end. Everybody was silent, and everybody just got up and walked away. It wasn't like it was like an awkward, like noticeable silence. And really, what happened was, are you crying, bro?
Did you ever see that movie? What's it called? Something Gems. With Adam Sandler.
Yeah, hold on. That's on Netflix. Hold on.
Yeah.
What is it about?
It's one second. I don't know about for everybody else, because I couldn't look at anybody else because I was crying. You know what I'm saying? And as a grown man, whatever the case may be, you don't wanna, so everybody gathered themselves and walked out of the theater, and I was like, yo, I will forever remember this moment of me, being that emotional over something I knew was gonna happen in the movie. I knew exactly what was gonna happen. They even showed it in the beginning of the movie, but the way they told that story, and watching it in the theater, it probably would have hit me different at home. But it's just thing. The thing with Adam Sandler in
Uncut Gems.
Uncut Gems. Yeah,
I didn't see that.
Uncut Gems is crazy.
When the movie
Crazy.
ended, fucking silent.
Crazy.
I like you could hear a rat pissing on cotton in there. It was silent.
Wait.
That-
You didn't see that coming?
I didn't see it coming.
I saw it coming.
Bro,
I didn't know. I didn't know where it's coming from.
I didn't know it was gonna come like that.
I knew
but
it was coming though.
So,
I knew it was coming.
Jason,
fucking silence.
that part of it, that part of the movie experience cannot be replaced in the home, right? And so, like, there's not a lot of even though there's a large number wise, if you was to, like, the number would be high about the amount of people who spend, like, if I had 15 grand is spending an 88-inch 8K TV, 240 hertz and blah 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 blah.
80-inch.
88.
88.
Exactly. I would
It's an
spend
odd
it.
number, but
Whatever. I would spend it.
88.
Right? Most people wouldn't spend 15 grand on a TV. They don't care what the specs are. You understand what I'm saying? So to talk about, and in order for you to even justify the premise, you're talking about an elevated home theater experience.
yes.
Which an Atmos speaker requires you to install a speaker on the ceiling
Right.
pointing down so that you can hear the sounds coming from above. Most people are not able to do that, spend the money to buy it or properly install it, or care about the ability to hear sound coming from the ceiling. You understand what I'm saying? Like a lot of
it
people.
makes a huge difference.
No, I agree.
in
Remember,
your
I'm willing to pay
experience.
$35 for one ticket for 40X.
Just to point this out, I watched a movie with a friend of mine, right? And they said,
What was her name?
You almost said it. So the question was, because you know me, I talk about my sound system all the time. I spend a lot of time and energy in installing it. So I said, what is so important about the sound? And I said it makes the movie different. How? Okay, I played a scene, right? And I said, just watch the scene. All right, and then I turned off, all the surround sound. Just had the front facing speakers, right? And so you listen to it. Okay, watch it. Okay, I said I'm gonna turn on the surround sound, and I want you to watch the same scene, but don't watch it. Keep your eyes closed, right? And then feel the movie. And then when that happened, you saw like the look on the person's face and say, "Wow, I can actually you feel it. It's a whole different feeling." With that sound. And I think that if they make that push to make people have like better sound and better video, I think that people will opt to be at
people
home
won't spend the
to
money
watch
on
it.
that.
Jason, they have done it.
Yeah, those types, like there's the home. What is it? The
That bubble.
audio visual magazines that talk about those
That
component
bubble,
systems.
that bubble has popped. What's going on right now is the come up of streaming services where they're trying to take the monopoly from Netflix. You understand? You'll be surprised what people do have in their house, bro. Like and that feeling you're getting, you can get that with one subwoofer and headphones. They sell. Yes.
You can't.
Okay.
Okay, if you say so, I'm just telling you, you can't.
Okay.
I think that's the one thing that Lynx will agree on me with. You just can't.
So the point being, the movie theater would never die.
I said a subwoofer and
I think
headphones.
so.
I would say you can. I'm just gonna say that, but go ahead.
Okay. Are these like Atmos headphones?
I'm not gonna say.
How would you get that to work without this kind of setup? Because no, and I'm asking you seriously because like with Call of Duty, I'm about to get some headphones for it. I don't know which ones I'm gonna get. I gotta
Get
do
the
some research.
Astros.
Right there. Send me the link if you can
All
find
right.
it. Because like right now, I'm using rinky-dink headphones that plug in like cell phone headphones into the controller to play it. And even though the effect of hearing the zombies come after you or whatever is effective, you're not able to feel everything else. Like I wanted to play it on my loudspeaker so that I can I can feel the bass from like what you just said. But there's no way once I plug in the headphones, I'm not able to get the woofer to play.
You ever been to a silent party?
No. I'm asking you, how would I do that at home?
You ever been to a silent party?
Yes. How do?
Hold on. I'm trying to paint a picture.
Setting up the scene.
I'm trying to paint a picture in your head.
Like, what are you talking about?
Just listen to me. Have an open mind, motherfucker. All right. Have you ever been to a silent party? Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Have you ever been to a silent party that also plays bass?
Only at your party.
Right. Did you notice the immediate difference?
No, definitely.
Okay. So all you're doing, you're gonna set up a subwoofer in your house. There's all type of different subwoofers. A subwoofer is just bass. You know what I mean? You could there's depending on the size of your room and the position of your room, you position it right. You got to get better headphones because there's $10 headphones and there's $2,000 headphones.
Also, your subwoofer. It has to be right. I had a $2,000 subwoofer. I didn't buy it. It was a gift from a rich friend.
So right. So it's just like a TV. It's just like pretty much everything in this world. You can get a fucking Ford Focus or you get a Bugatti. You know what I mean? You could get everything in between. But you could definitely do that It's just the uncomfortability of having the headphones versus having ambient sound that everybody can listen to. But it could be reproduced in headphones. You could try and all these headphones that we have in the studio, and it's a completely different sound.
Yes, but I would recommend, and Lynx is going to tell you no. I'm going to recommend the Astros with the separate what do you call it? The separate controls. What do you call it? The amp. It has like a separate amp. So
It's 240.
right. So I have my.
But is it 240?
I believe that's the price. I think I paid like around that price for it, but you can kind of control like the volume, and you can try and change the settings, and that also allows you to do like Atmos in the headphone. Yes.
Shit, it's 250.
Yeah, but
Wish list.
what I am looking for, and which is on my wish list, is some wireless headphones with very minimal latency.
Yeah, we would all love that.
Especially the way I be moving in here with doing these spinning and dancing and stuff. A lot of times the wire gets caught up on something, and I need to hear myself, and I need to hear the mix in real time. So that's something I'm looking for. I'm sure they'll come up with the technology.
So which ones would Lynx recommend if he doesn't?
He's gonna tell you the Astros, but he's gonna tell you to get the one that plugs into the controller instead of the separate mix amp.
Gotcha.
The reason why I like the one with the mix amp is because I can also plug it straight into the computer, and it works from the computer and it works from the Xbox the same way.
So, what's next?
Okay,
You had your wish list public?
For what?
Your wish list in
your
general.
wish list that you were just talking
So
about.
for me, I just realized last year that it's okay to allow people to get you the shit that you really want. So I made a public wish list for the first time last year.
Where'd you make it public on?
No, on Amazon.
Okay, I'm gonna do the same thing because my birthday is coming up. So I'm gonna
That's smart. I mean,
see the thing with me, I have a very I'm a very high maintenance guy.
I understand, and so for me,
when it comes to
again,
shit like this,
I get it.
not like clothes and nothing. I wear the cheapest clothes.
I understand.
But when it comes to shit like this, like I want a chair, right?
Uh-huh.
The chair that it was a chair. The chair, brand new, is like $1,600.
Yeah.
Right? And I was like, fuck. Why did I see this?
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm because that's just the basic one, and
Yep.
for
Yep.
me,
Yep.
for me, I need to custom my shit. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, shit. I start customing out, and I started looking at it. I even priced the aftermarket one that kind of looked close to what I wanted, and it was about $1,000. And I was about to order, and I was like, no, Kevin, don't do it. But that's what I want.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
What I
right.
realized,
I am high maintenance.
what I realized is that it's okay for you to want that, and give people the option if they want to get that for you. It's let them get it.
Yeah.
And the beauty of the wish list is that the words don't have to come out your mouth. Is I want you to buy this for me.
because you already know.
Yes,
You already knew that you want to buy it for you, and they want to know what you want. You can give them the option with the wish list, and it takes that uncomfortability of you saying I want something that costs $1,800.
No, but the thing about it, I didn't get it because of the price.
No, I feel you. I
get
know
it.
that.
I
know
get it
that.
because I didn't have the full.
Matches the quality of what you want and the aesthetic and all that.
Right,
stuff.
I didn't get the full picture of the customization and all that, so I didn't pull the trigger.
Sony came out with an A1 camera. That's the new camera that they came out with.
When did it come out?
It's a very, very recent camera.
Mirrorless or
Yeah, mirrorless.
Okay.
So the A1 camera is comparable to a lot of the Canon cinematic cameras, the big fat Canon.
But it's like that.
But it's that.
How much it cost?
So the body is about $7,000.
$7,000.
$7,000.
Boy, that's
Right.
a lot of money.
But it takes regular Sony lenses.
It takes regular. Actually, because it's Sony,
I'm about to put that on my
it can
wish
take
list.
everybody's lens. Because the beauty of mainly with Sony
They have
is that they're making an
adapters
adapter for
everything.
everybody.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
But
put that on
the
my
autofocus
wish list.
on it is 2021.
Okay.
The megapixels, it shoots 8K video, it shoots raw files, raw video, and it's a really good camera. Excuse me. And I'm sure Lynx would want to debate, but
Lynx is biased.
Yes.
yeah, but the Panasonic don't have an equivalent.
No. This is the thing. Here's the thing. I think the only reason why even myself I haven't switched to Sony. I don't have stock in Canon. You know what I mean? Like I don't have stock in Apple. The reason I use iPhone is because I know the interface.
Right.
And I'm
the ecosystem.
I know the ecosystem. I had a Galaxy. And it was frustrating to use because I thought I was using an iPhone. You know what I'm saying? So the learning curve, I've even heard this on, because there was a Sony camera, a little action camera that I was actually looking at for the show, and I think Jester uses it, and I was like, yo, your shit is clean. This is before I connected, the M50. And I was like, yo, this is clean, what it is. And then, I looked up all the reviews, and I like to look at the negative reviews. I don't like the positive.
Definitely.
I looked at the negative reviews, and they said the learning curve on it is crazy. And me, I don't read instructions.
So having had
say.
all three, because I had the Mach D4s, I have the 7S2, I have the Nikon D850.
You got all these cameras?
I have right now. I still have the Sony and I still have the Nikon.
I'm trying to buy one off of.
No, I still have the Sony. The bad thing about the Sony that I have, because I need to upgrade it. That's why
okay.
the autofocus is too slow, because I wanted a camera that I could use in my house at a low aperture, so that for it to stay in focus, is that even just talking like this. We was doing the K before. The reason why I didn't like it
because
if you go like this, it's out of focus.
So you can't manual focus.
Yo, but that camera you had there
You can't
was
manual
amazing.
focus as a self-focuser.
Oh, no, but okay. So once you,
So if you're in control, yes.
no,
you
but
need a cameraman.
what I'm saying is, if we're doing something like this, we're not really.
No, you are. You are.
You are.
No, but what you?
The subtle differences.
No, but if you open it up,
No.
no.
So
You gotta give me a camera then, bro.
I don't
That's
know.
what I'm saying. So
I
what I'm
don't-
talking about,
I don't
right?
know anything about the camera talk. So
What I'm saying is,
I don't know.
so Jason, so that you can understand too. What I'm saying is, like, when you watch sitcoms or reality shows, and the person is talking directly to the camera about an event that's happening in the show.
Danny, I'm gonna stop you right there. Which one makes better porn?
Selfie.
I would say that you can be more creative with the one that I just. To me, the higher end ones you can do more creative things. So that if you just wanted to focus on the nipple or just wanted to focus on the clit and the rest of the pussy fall out of focus.
I want the ass to be in HD.
So if you want,
Use your
I
phone.
mean, technically, all those things can happen.
Use your phone.
The difference between the phone and one of those
Just
cameras
putting
is
that
that
out there.
the lighting. You need more. You don't need as much control over lighting with the higher end camera, because you can adjust the camera to the lighting. Whereas the cheaper the camera, you have to adjust the lighting. You have to have control over the lighting.
I've been I got a lot of voicemails. Anyway,
But yeah, back to the other thing. I mean, you should make your wish list public. The both of y'all have birthdays coming up, and I don't know what the fuck to buy.
no, my birthday
Your birthday
is.
passed.
You have a birthday in October, sir.
It's
It's
coming
coming up. What the fuck?
Yeah, that's true. But let's just check it out. Check it
And
out.
if you wanted an
like-
$1,800 chair, I have time to save for it.
Oh wow.
So
I
stop
like-
being a dick.
I like
and just share your
electronics.
fucking wish list.
I like
Damn, Daniel.
electronics and nudes.
Why you gotta
I like
Beg
electronics
people to
and
let you
nudes.
do shit for them.
But no, but you
And
guys.
by then you probably have the chair anyway.
No, you guys understand that I am a very, I don't want to say impulsive, but
I feel you.
I don't want to say impulsive.
When you buy it, you take it off your
But
wish
I'm
list.
very I'm very, what's the word what am I? I'm very I jump off the what they call it? How you say jump off the what
A
it,
cliff diver? Or-
No.
I don't know.
I pull triggers. I pull triggers.
Use a shooter.
I'm a shooter. I pull
Pew
triggers.
pew pew.
I pull triggers. That computer right there, I pull the trigger. That computer right there, I pull the trigger. This desk right here, pull the trigger.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
So you're right. You should keep your wish list private.
I didn't say I wasn't gonna.
So how does this relate to that, motherfucker?
Yo, he just talked about his fucking his big ass fucking sound system. I can't talk about my trigger finger. What the mother cunt is this?
My sound system is awesome though. We got some questions though. And I don't want to not because some of these questions are layovers from the last time we.
I am not impulsive.
But
motherfuckers. I'm not impulsive.
But speaking about, the
I understand what
Astros
you
and
mean by the
whatnot, you're not
difference.
impulsive.
No,
You're not impulsive.
no,
You're just impulsive. You're not. You're not impulsive.
I am not impulsive.
You're just impulsive, but you're not.
I am not impulsive.
No, you're not. You're impulsive.
I am not impulsive.
You're just impulsive.
I am not impulsive.
Not at all.
I swear.
I'm not
Absolutely
impulsive.
not.
You're an idiot.
I'm not impulsive. I'm not.
No.
I wouldn't say
I'm not
I am.
saying you are. I'm just saying you're impulsive. I'm not saying that.
I say I'm somebody who sees the moment and I seize the moment.
You
understand?
Nothing wrong with that as long as you don't have
That's not being impulsive.
The only time it's bad is when you have buyer's remorse. You ever see those people, they buy shit and then they get home and they're like, why did I buy this shit?
Do you see anything in the studio that I have buyer's remorse about?
No.
All right, so
Maybe that fur coat, but
I didn't buy that. That's my mother's.
Well, there you go. No, I don't see anything then.
Right. Like I said, I see the moment and then I seize the moment. A lot of people are not as successful as they want to be because they
pussy out.
They think about things too long, and like you said, they pussy out. You know what I'm saying? I don't pussy out. And scared money don't make no money, bro. That's not being impulsive. That's being a fucking go-getter.
Okay. It's not impulsive.
What's your question, Jason?
Oh, the question is, okay, so, now we were talking about the Astros and whatnot. One of the questions here, I think I'm going to skip the first two questions for now.
Impulsive is a bad word, Shireen.
It's not a bad word.
It is a bad word.
It's not a bad word.
Impulsive you don't want a president who's impulsive.
Impulsive is a negative connotation.
Okay.
It's bad.
What would you like to be called? A trigger puller?
Forget it.
You know what I'm saying? It sounds worse.
It's not. It's impulsive. Is you have negative connotation when you call somebody impulsive. Nobody says, "Oh, he's a great."
That reminds me. I think girls rather be a side chick than a main chick.
Huh?
That is a question. Oh shit, Danny. Well, I wasn't gonna go to that one, but fuck it. Yeah. So one of the question and like I said, these questions come in from people. I asked the questions. I think maybe we discussed something like this before, but why not? Okay. So since we're starting up there, there was a question. Do you, ladies? It says. So I'm assuming that's not.
Why don't you
geared
run a
towards
poll?
us.
Why don't you run a poll?
Yeah, I will. Just let me ask you a question before I start typing.
Would you
Ladies, do you prefer the side chick position or the main chick position? Now, I can't really answer this because he's a guy. But
that doesn't mean you can't answer it. And girls answers for guys all the time.
I'm gonna answer it. Well, I don't. Why? It depends on what you're getting out the situation. To me, if I don't think your goal.
Think about what girls get out of being the side chick.
You get.
Not what you give. Think about what they get.
Well, at a side chick, you basically get all the
exactly
all the good cuts in
exactly.
So,
Exactly.
you don't have
That's
to deal.
why they rather be the side chick.
Does anybody? I'm gonna run this poll.
And if girls didn't want to be the side chick so much, there wouldn't be so many fucking of them. They love being a side chick.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Is that your experience?
There's girls. No, that was a good one. Little shit.
I just want to know.
It's my experience through secondhand. A lot of I have more women friends than I do guy friends.
And the women friends in your life prefer, or
Absolutely.
Or you think they prefer?
One, because as a side chick, you typically understand your power, you know your role, and you're very open and honest and direct about what your expectations are, and vice versa, right?
As you mean as a side man?
No, I'm talking about as the guy who's in dealing with the side chick, the guy who has a wife and a side chick.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Typically the guy is going to explain what the rules are, or what's his bound. Everybody knows what the boundaries are.
As Richie Boo says, has anybody here ever been? And if anybody says they have not been a side chick, they're lying.
Why do you say things like that?
I'm saying the truth. I'm saying the truth.
No,
sometimes you were a side chick and you didn't know you were a side chick.
Hold on.
And sometimes you were a side chick.
Hold on.
And you knew.
Hold on. I'm gonna save you from yourself again, bro.
Go ahead. No. Go ahead.
When you make statements like that.
Okay, sorry.
Hold on.
Some people.
Hold on.
Not everybody.
Listen. Hold on.
Some people.
Hold on. Let me say it.
Have been side chicks.
Let me say it. When you make statements like that, you're literally alienating somebody in the chat. You're literally telling somebody about themselves when you have no idea of their experience.
I'm gonna
and
see
that's
what
a dangerous thing to
I'm
do.
gonna see what the poll says.
That's not what you said. Your poll don't have nothing to do with the statement you just said.
Okay.
Did you make the poll already?
Yeah, I did. So far, it's 75% main chick, 25% side chick. And I would really like to know.
That's because they don't understand the differentiation.
I would like to know what, from a female's point of view, or woman. Are you gonna correct me? I just corrected myself. I like saying female though, so that's what I'm gonna say.
I think there's only.
There's a lot of people that like saying nigga.
No, but
We're not gonna go down that route.
No,
I like saying conversate.
No,
That's
but
not a real word.
This is it's funny. It's funny. You guys, you the way you speak.
You have more water?
Yeah, in the dispenser,
Are you
upstairs.
talking about the pipe?
Yeah.
No.
The little
When you say
water
dispenser,
thing. This is real fancy. I don't have a pipe. I have a dispenser.
I have a.
Oh, you mean like one of those water machines?
Yes.
Oh, you have one of those?
Yes.
Noticed.
It's funny the way you speak when you say from a woman's perspective when you're asking women about a woman's role. There is only their perspective.
This is what I said in the beginning, but
About
I
why
said
you
I was
can't comment?
right. But I said I'm going to comment on it anyway. Thank you for pointing that out, Kevin.
No, but then you said I want to ask a woman from a woman's perspective. It's only their perspective, bro.
Okay,
we can't really answer this, bro.
nigga, you
Yes,
said
you can.
you said dunk, and it's this.
What the fuck that got to do with anything?
Don't give me a fucking English lesson on how to say shit the right way.
It's not. This wasn't your grammar. This was your meaning. This wasn't about your grammar. This wasn't about your pronunciation. This is about what you said.
Okay.
So it's not the same thing.
No, it's not.
And I drink some tea, so if you want to get this, let me get my vocal cords ready, my G.
Okay, I'm gonna drink. I don't have any more tea here. I'm
Drink
pretending.
some blood clot tea coming ready.
Okay. So I would really like to hear from somebody who has been a side chick, doesn't mind talking about it, and would explain what the benefits are about it from a woman's point of view. If it was you would like to call in and discuss this, because I would really like to know. The number is right up there. 855-430-6225. Call in and discuss, because I would like to know. Dutchie says she has stories. Call up. You know the number.
855-430-6225. 855-430-6225 is the number to call. 855-430-6225.
I don't think I've ever been.
Is the number to call.
I don't think so. I think maybe possibly that I don't, but I can't really remember vaguely if I've been a side dude.
I have.
I've been in certain situations, like when the relationship is like towards the end and he just still got some of his shit over there. I've been like that, but never a situation where the chick got a actual man, and I'm waiting for him to go to work for me to come in and slide in. I've never done that.
What's a stream prompt?
The stream prompt? What do you mean?
What is a stream prompt?
I have no idea.
Shireen said you need stream prompts. What is
I think it's there's a quote. It's a
No, we don't. We don't need that. No, we don't. Dutchie, what's up?
Yeah, what's good?
It's good.
Watagwan Dutchie.
So my side, I have a couple of stories, but my main favorite side chick story, I think my Domino's guy. I don't know if I told this one before.
Domino's, as in Domino's
You was
pizza?
the side chick to a Domino's guy?
Oh, no,
I was working at
don't
Domino's,
judge.
so it was conveniently
wanted to know what
that we
Domino's.
were both delivery drivers. So what happened was I kind of screwed up and messed with someone who lived literally right next door to the job, like the same building. The storefront was the bottom, the first floor of his apartment building, and ended up hanging out with him and his neighborhood friends. Like it got a little crossing
ran
the
a train on you?
boundaries, because I started being introduced to people that I shouldn't have been introduced to, and I'm just like,
Hold on,
bro,
Dutchie. You're talking in code.
Yeah,
You're talking in code.
Because when you said Domino's, I didn't know if you
Like-
meant pizza or Dominican.
No,
I didn't. know what you was talking about.
Not even that.
I
Not
said
even.
we was delivery drivers.
No, not even that. I'm not the Domino's. When you said
What?
you started hanging out with people and got introduced to
I said,
people,
not
who
the
are the
neighborhood
people?
like his neighborhood friends. I went back, behind the Linden multiplex.
What?
They ran a train on you?
Over there.
'Cause that was
I was
kinda
hanging
things
around with
happen
people
over
over
there.
there in the project buildings.
In the pig houses.
Nah. It was the fancier buildings with the little roundabout in the middle of the building.
Okay, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Okay.
That, yeah.
Okay. And what happened?
So, and then I hung out with his coworkers at a pool hall one time, and he was like introducing me, like, yo, this is my shorty. I'm like, yo, they don't know that your woman is back at home. Like, they don't know your woman. Like, okay. But either way, so long story short, I found out he ended up with another side chick at his other job.
He
And I
had
was just
multiple
like,
side
because he
chicks.
also worked at Home Depot. So he
got
had a
mad?
Home Depot side chick.
You got
mad?
And then me, I was the Domino's side chick.
Did you get
And I
mad?
got mad about that. And I
How,
was like, yo,
Sway?
how you
So
gonna
wait,
cheat on
how?
me?
hold on. So you telling me the mac and cheese got mad at the broccoli?
Yeah.
Basically,
You wasn't being a good
I want my
side
own
you
sound
can be
effects.
like,
You wasn't.
I need a
Dipping
heat haul
everywhere?
right now. What?
like if you gotta be running from your woman right there, and then you gonna have less time for me with the other side chick. I was
You're a
upset.
side chick.
You're
There's no
a s-
time for you.
yeah,
What the
it's
fuck
just-
are you talking
It's
about?
just you
What
get
you
you
mean?
get
I live
fucked.
5 minutes from the Domino's, and he lived right next to
Your
it. It's
geographic
time for
location
me.
has
When we
nothing
work
to do with
together-
your job as a
sounds
side
like,
chick.
It sounds like you may have
the
wanted to be the main chick. That's the
Can I
only
get
Oh,
way
to-
a side
can I
chick
get
gets
to the
fucked.
real toxic
No,
part,
go
though?
ahead,
Yeah,
go
go
ahead.
ahead, go ahead.
Can I
I'm
get
with
to
the
where
shits.
it got real bad for me?
Hold up, it
'Cause
got
you know
real
I got
bad?
issues.
It gets worse?
So it gets worse.
Oh, God.
So when I found this out, he had went to a wedding, his friend's wedding, and he had came back to my house after him and his woman went to the wedding, and basically he had like still his dress stuff on and whatnot, and he had a little name tag, the little place cards that they put at the reception table. He had that in his pocket. So I ended up taking that out his pocket, sneak shit. And I just wrote a little nice note saying your man is cheating on you and put it on his woman's car. The next day,
Dutchie, that's not
basically
cool.
at
No,
work,
let her finish because go ahead.
basically at work, they ended up coming downstairs together, and he was like, "That's her," and I was like, "What you mean that's her? Well, you told her that we messing around. Now that's your other side chick. I don't know what you're talking about." And basically, she wanted to fight me. She tried to get me fired
As
from
she
the
should.
job,
As
and
she
it was
should.
like, "That's not going to happen."
That's what she should have gotten you fired.
Let me just say this.
I don't think you understand
if
your
you
role.
are if you did not, the mistake was that you did not you were a side chick, but you weren't qualified to be a side chick. Because the side chick,
And now she's telling on herself.
no, right? Side chick knows how to play their position.
yeah.
That's why, yes. But
Oh.
What do you mean, oh yeah? What are you oh yeahing? What are you agreeing with? That
I'm
you did
agreeing
some
with
dumb
what
shit?
y'all saying. I told y'all I'm toxic. I already sat myself down and had this conversation before I even did it. You know that, right?
Dutchie, I have a question
You
for
had
you.
your conversation with yourself before you did it, and you still did it?
Wait,
Yeah,
one second.
I said, yo, you know you have no right in being upset that this
Dutchie,
man is
Dutchie,
like
Dutchie,
doing
what borough is your
second and third
therapist in?
woman.
Dutchie, I have a question for you.
Yes.
Deep down in your head, did you think that you were eventually going to become a main?
He's gonna go from coach to first class.
No, because
So-
he's
no,
living
hold
with
on.
women.
Why would you
wait,
expose
I
him?
know that
Wait, hold on.
he was looking for a woman to have a baby with, and you already know I don't want kids, so that was a dub too.
But you were still fucking him
Da-
and
da-
jealous.
Dutchie.
That doesn't make you toxic. That makes you retarded.
So you were comfortable being the side chick. Meaning, if he said, "Listen, Dutchie, I love you. I want you to be my main," you would have told him no.
I was like, no, that would been dub.
So you left the note for what?
Because
'Cause she's
I want
stupid.
to be the first side chick. I don't want to be second side chick. I don't want to be
You was the-
It doesn't.
leftovers. Like,
Dutchie.
It doesn't. You
Dutchie.
can't. No, let me
Dutchie.
get. I can
What
let me get
in the whole fuck?
Let me get this, Daddy. I'm going to be an expert on this.
Oh my god.
Yeah, your number in side chick does not matter. There's no first place side chick trophy. You know what I'm saying? There's no.
I know.
How about what the fuck
But
is the first side chick
toxic-
versus the second side
the
chick?
jealousy and
What is the first side
immaturity
chick
at
versus the
time in
second?
Me, I was like, I'm not having this.
Hello, what is the difference between a first side chick and a second side chick?
The amount of time that you have.
And you were jealous that the other girl got more time than you? Not his
She
main
was
woman.
taking time away from me.
So you don't want this other side chick to exist?
Huh? But wait, I ain't hear
Based
that
on
first
what
part
you're
of the
saying,
question.
if we're trying to make sense, right? If I'm assuming you want to make sense. You're saying that your issue with the quote unquote, as you say, second side chick is that she took time away from you. And that you wanted to be
Yeah.
the first side chick.
You know what happened?
Yeah.
You know what happened? You know what happened? She felt like when she found out he had another woman, she felt like he was cheating on her.
Yeah, she was getting cheated on.
You felt like you was getting cheated on.
I felt
Dutchie,
like my
that's not-
time was being
Dutchie.
You
taken
felt
from
like
me.
you was
Dutchie,
getting cheated on.
That's
Dutchie.
not how side chicks work.
Not only that, but that's not what toxic means.
I
what
was
you
about
described
my
is
time,
Danny, before
and
you
it's like, if you're
before you
with
get into
me,
that,
you're with
That's
me, I'm
not
with you, I'm
toxic,
with
before you
you.
get into
After
that, hold
but
on.
then I was
Dutchie,
like, if
Dutchie.
you gonna take time from me, how can I even be
Dutchie,
okay with
did-
it? You know
did
what I
you-
mean? Like,
did you benefit
how
in
can I
any
even
way
be
from
in
this
the
relationship?
Position?
Dutchie, did you benefit from any way during this relationship?
Yeah.
And how did you benefit?
Yeah.
How did you benefit
I
from
mean,
your?
I was
what was your
being
like side
driven
chick?
around. I was going out on dates and stuff. I was taking his money. What you mean?
Okay, so I mean, you was,
Dutchie, this is not toxic. This is just simply retarded. What are you talking about?
You're right. I agree. Like I said, I knew what I was getting into before I did it. I sat myself down and said, you know you about to wild out, right? And I said, sis, I got this.
You told yourself that you got this when you told yourself that you
Yeah.
was wilding out, and then you went and did
Yeah.
it anyway,
Yeah.
and you lost the time that you was fighting for because he got rid of you.
oh shit,
It was going to happen eventually. It wasn't going to last forever.
So you thought the best use of your time and your pussy was to fuck it up?
I wasn't even.
How many
See,
pussies
if
you
I
got,
had thought
Dutchie?
about my best use of my time and my pussy, I wouldn't have done it in the first place.
How many pussies you got?
One.
So why you not acting like
She
it?
answered.
What you mean?
Danny, you are
I don't
Danny,
like it.
Danny, you
I
are
want
on
to show you my own
fuego
just
right
like
now.
everybody else do.
What? So this is when you was like 16, right?
I'm gonna hit it one time, but that one time lasted too long,
Hold
and
on,
I
hold
got
on.
comfortable. It was gonna have to end somehow, some way.
So you
eventually.
figured, so you didn't want to be a woman and end it for yourself. You wanted to ruin his whole life and write notes.
His wife was he chose that
How
on
is
his
that
own when he
okay?
started messing with me, and I worked right next door to his house.
No.
Because we're not
Accountability doesn't mean you blame someone else for your bad decisions.
We're not saying
Dutchie.
we're not saying that the you know I don't have some side chick before in my life. I'm not down in that. But when you go to wrong is wrong, and so when you know you're a side chick, there's some part of your mind that says, hey, this is wrong. But why make it worse by blowing it up? And especially,
What did his main girlfriend do to you?
yes, exactly. Why
does she deserve to be punished
why
because
hurt
of you?
her? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Like, what did that do?
I wanted to fuck up his shit. I wasn't caring about her or
So
her
if you
feelings.
didn't,
I just wanted to fuck
if
up
you
what he
didn't
was
care
doing.
about her
'Cause
and her
now
feelings,
she's
you would have
gonna
left
be
her
on his
out of
back.
it.
Now she's gonna be watching over him, trying to be everywhere he go.
Elevated Chrissy, S. Justice Zertina, thank you for the bits. I appreciate it.
Yo, you have just.
Danny,
Made me concerned.
Danny, get some water.
She just
I
made
understand,
me.
Danny. It's okay.
No, you've made it so that like, if I ever fantasized about fucking you, I would never do it now.
I got a hype train.
Danny, I didn't want you to. What, Danny?
No. I never said that you wanted me to. I'm just saying that you just made it very scary to fuck you.
I got a hype train.
You
Because
should
you
have been
wanna
scared
ruin-
when I went to jail, like for trying to be somebody's granny. Come on now, like
You're making it worse. You're proving my case.
You thought about beating somebody's granny. We talked about this.
yes, thought about it.
Oh, Miss Perfect, Miss Perfect, thank you for the bits.
That's you. All jokes aside,
Justice Zertina, thank you for the bits.
have you? What are you doing
Elevated Chrissy,
to?
thank you for the bits.
Have you seeked therapy?
No, I've started meditation. This was years ago. This was probably like more than 5 years ago.
Okay, Dutchie, let me tell you.
Dutchie, are you over 30?
Danny, give me a second because I wanna do this. Dutchie, here's what we're gonna
Yeah.
do. Here's what we're gonna do. Danny is he's my good friend, and in a way, he is like my therapist because he has no problem telling me where I went wrong and where I should go wrong, and I know sometimes his delivery can seem a bit crass, but it comes from a decent place. So we're gonna have a little therapy session here.
Dutchie can take this shit.
Yeah, Dutchie can take this shit. I know she got.
You ain't got a baby, huh?
No, I'm just. This is a disclaimer. So Danny, therapy time.
No, I just don't understand.
What don't you understand? What is the hardest thing to understand about this situation?
Why Dutchie think so lowly of himself?
Let me listen. Let's do this.
I don't think so
Dutchie,
lowly of myself.
Your
I just
actions,
like
Dutchie, your actions don't say that.
Hold on. Wait. Dutchie, this is Kevin.
You mean my actions towards different situations?
Dutchie, hold on, Dutchie.
I've got a level 2 hype train.
Dutchie, this is Kevin.
Hype train is here.
Choo choo. Yeah, listen, Dutchie, this is Kevin Crown talking. Dutchie.
Shireen B, thanks for the bits.
Can I ask you a question, Dutchie?
Dutchie, listen to the
Yeah, I'm not talking.
If you were in that situation today, forget 5 years ago, all right? In 2021, would you accept that side chick position today?
Nah.
Okay. That's progress. 2, would you?
Thank you, Billy Jazz.
Well, if you, why,
Sue-Ann, thank you.
why would you not accept that side chick position today?
Because there's too many fish in the sea to even go through all that problem. I could find a man who don't have a woman.
Oh, so you
Hold on, that's how she says woman?
woman. Yeah, she's a converted.
Woman.
She's getting
Woman.
converted. She's getting converted to the West Indian side.
Riri, Joe Grind, thank you for the bits. Sue-Ann, thank you for the bits. Woman, them.
But so I don't think this therapy session is needed if she's seen the error of her ways and she no longer wants to partake in that side chick role. Because if she doesn't want to partake in the side chick role, she won't do that fucked up shit she did.
What is the proper way to conduct yourself as, I'm not gonna say side chick, but a side person? And if saying side person is wrong, is there a different way that a man should conduct himself than a woman?
It's the same thing.
Are you asking me or Danny?
I'm asking. Well, if you, I want you. Yeah, I want to know.
Side chick etiquette?
For me, I think like the side chick etiquette is basically know your place. Know that you're not gonna have that. Like I really thought that time was of an essence with that one, and it wasn't. Like
where do you think you really went wrong in this
Where
situation?
in the agreement did it say that side chick, you as my side chick, Dutchie, my Domino's pizza coworker, fuck girl, fuck buddy, is supposed to get all the time that my wife doesn't get? Like, what made you think that that's what you deserved or you was entitled to? Actually, is a better way to put it. Why were you entitled to all his
as
time?
me as a person who I think highly of myself, I think I'm entitled to everything I deserve.
No, I agree.
What do
I
you
agree.
deserve?
You entitled to everything you deserve. I don't think you got everything you deserved yet, but I'm saying
when you're a side chick, what do you deserve?
You don't deserve shit.
Because I say that because this went sideways because she felt like she deserved more.
Guys, don't talk over each other.
Dutchie, hold on. 1 second, Dutchie.
It's gonna be a quick done and done.
1 second, Dutchie. I asked that question because you felt a certain way because you felt like you deserved more time than the other person was getting. So that's my question. So as a side chick, what are the things that you feel that you deserve as a side chick? And are there certain things that you deserve that the main chick shouldn't be getting?
No, the main chick deserves it all.
Because
then why did you write a letter to her?
The main chick.
Then why did you write a letter to her?
So it's supposed to look like a pretty painted picture for the main chick.
Why did you write the
question.
letter to the main chick if that's what you feel? Why didn't you go and punch the other side chick in the face, which is just as stupid? But why would you get the main girl involved?
I couldn't find her. I knew where the main chick was. I couldn't find where the side chick was.
And I also asked that because you feel like time is what you deserve, but you realize every second of time that you're getting, you're taking away from her time.
From the main chick.
So
the side chick.
So why is that something? Why is the amount of time you're getting something you feel like you deserve? When in the back of your mind, you realize that you're taking that time away from someone else. So is time the only factor, or do you feel like there's something else that you deserve as a side chick?
as a side chick, I had the impression from him that he didn't want to be around the main chick. So then in my mind, when I heard that there was a side chick, I'm like, damn, there's another one? So that means you don't want to be around me either? Like, what the, like...
Dutchie, do you know the difference between responding and reacting?
Yes. As an older person, yes. But back then, no.
How old
All
are you
I
when
did
you-
was
when you did
react.
this?
5 years ago.
No, how
I
old
was,
were
what,
you?
23? I'm 28 now, so that's 23. Or 24, 22.
Sounds like a 23-year-old thing to do. Yeah.
I was young.
Yeah, I mean, listen, bro. Listen, at least I
You know what? I'm gonna say you're right. I'm gonna say Dutchie.
I applaud you for actually keeping
Yeah.
it, like actually saying it, because there's a lot of people that do a lot of fuck shit and
they wouldn't talk about
and they
it.
wouldn't talk about
Or
it. And
admit it,
you
or whatever.
and you actually talking about it. You're not gonna do it again. So
Yeah, listen, I'm not bashing you. I'm trying to understand, because when I originally asked this question, it was trying to get in the kind of the head of someone who is a
But
side chick.
technically, based on what she said, though, she wasn't a side chick. She was a girl that was fucking fucking a guy who had a main girl, but she wasn't a side chick. She was a girl who was interested in a guy who wanted what she wanted and didn't care the cost or the consequence to anybody in her vicinity, which, for the record, isn't the actions of someone who cares about
Dutchie,
herself.
let me ask you a question, Dutchie. Suppose you're in a casual relationship with somebody where you're not committed to each other, right? But you guys are sleeping with each other, right?
Yeah.
And this is something you would partake in today, right?
Yeah.
Nowadays, right? Okay. Suppose you found out that person had another partner. What would you do?
As long as she ain't calling nowadays, I don't care. Don't call when I'm calling. Like, all right, so the other day I was on the phone with somebody and somebody called while I'm in the middle of a conversation. Tell her to wait. Let me finish, and you call her after. Let me have my time, like...
So
That's all I ask for. I know I ain't gonna get much of it because I ain't asking for much of it. But let me have my moment. Let that other people wait.
why don't you feel like you're worthy of the time?
I feel like I am worthy of the time.
No, but what you said I know.
Oh, because I don't have time that much time to give either. So the reason why I'm not even having relationships is because I'm too much focused on myself to even be given that much time to be up under somebody. Back then, I wanted to be up under somebody. You know what I mean? Like, I thought, oh, let me just have all the time in the world and I'll worry about everything else, X, Y, and Z, my priorities later. Like, I got time for that. Now I'm just like, nah, I don't got time to be bullshitting. I'm gonna sit here, do what I gotta do. If I want some company, I'm gonna have this company for that meantime, and I'm gonna see you later. Like my grandmother used to say, what is it, the line? Time is of the essence, and your time in somebody's company is limited. Like,
Okay. I'm not sure.
Can't be overdoing it.
I know what you're trying to say. I know what you're trying to say, and
Dutchie,
can't overstay your welcome. There we go.
I think
Can't overstay your welcome.
I think you saying that, and I'm gonna be real with you, Dutchie, because I know I could be real with you. I think you're saying that, and I think you're talking tough because you're not in your feelings for somebody. I think if you get in your feelings, I think if you get in your feelings with somebody, and this is not true just of you. I think this is anybody. You get in your feelings with somebody, fuck all that shit. You're gonna want to be around them. You're gonna want to be that person to them. You're gonna want to talk to them. You're gonna be up under them. I think you're saying this right now because you ain't in your feelings right now. So you could talk tough.
I could agree with that.
But
I could agree with that.
let me just piggyback off of something that you just said, Kev. How do you think that
I don't think she should be anybody's side chick.
I don't think so either.
I don't think she has.
to her?
I don't think so either.
Well, that's not what I was gonna say.
Oh.
No, I'm sorry. I wasn't saying it based on me.
I know.
That's what you was
I know,
gonna say.
but what I'm
Something
saying
just
is,
happened.
do you think
Computer just.
what computer?
Hello. Dutchie, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah. No, it sounds good.
I'm good. So what happened to me?
I don't know. Kev sound's not on. But yeah, my sound's on.
Maybe you unplug.
Dutchie, you want to get married one day?
Unplug my fucking headphones.
I've never seen myself. I've never been the type to think about marriage.
You clumsy as fuck, bro.
So you want to have kids?
I'm not clumsy.
No,
What?
hell no.
I am not
Hell no,
clumsy.
fuck
You're
no.
clumsy.
So when you're 90, you want to be
Look,
by
you
yourself
unplug
with
this
a
shit.
cat or a dog?
Where was it?
Dogs, no cats.
Where was
And
Give me a dog.
that's what you want. You want to be 90 with a dog in a home, in a nursing
I
home.
think that's a rumor that I'm clumsy. I'm not clumsy.
It's mostly that comes from mostly having to grow up taking care of my grandparents, watching my mom take care of her grandmother, then me take care of my grandmother. I know that it's already signed up for my nieces and nephews to take care of my mom. I'm not trying to be that person. It's very important to take care of your family and your elders, but I don't want to be that person.
You don't want to be a
It's too
burden.
much to ask for.
You mean you don't want to be a burden? to nobody?
Dutchie, I have a question. Do you think that it's possible for someone to play a side chick position long term, or do you think at some point eventually feelings are going to get involved? Similar
Feelings
to
will
your
get
position.
involved.
You said feelings will get. Danny, do you agree with that?
I didn't hear the question. I'm sorry.
Do you think that it's possible to play that position long term without getting your feelings involved
I think
somehow?
people do it all the time, every day. Absolutely, I think it's possible.
Do you think it's possible, Kev?
Yeah, I mean, people fuck just for the sake of fucking all the time.
The same way, it's also possible for it not to stay that way, and for someone to evolve, it's definitely possible for somebody to stay.
Yeah, it's
But when
stagnant and
feelings get involved, don't you think that person's gonna say like, I really like? I mean, it's
I
possible
think there's
to
people
be
who
have
don't
this-
develop feelings.
There's people there, but do you think that is the minority or the majority?
I don't know. I don't have enough information to make that assessment.
I'm gonna talk like Daniel.
Yeah,
I don't have
we
the
need
metrics.
statistics for that.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah,
I don't have the
I don't
metrics.
have the metrics for that.
But what I will say, it depends on where you're looking. Honestly, I hear my daughter screaming. It depends on where you're looking. There's a lot of different ways to look at this. You can look at it in the entertainment. You can look at it in the office. You can look at it in healthcare workers facilities where nurses and doctors are working 12-hour shifts. And in corrections where they have work husbands and work wives, and there's a lot of things where people literally are having casual sex for years.
More now than before. You
No,
agree that?
I would say more before than now.
because
think
before
you
it
just
was,
know
it
about
was
it more
more
now.
it was more undercover back then. You
there
couldn't.
was I
you
mean,
just have more access to people's business and information now.
yeah, I mean before.
I don't think people
you guys,
changed.
You guys remember when we was young? When you was outside, you was just outside. No, nobody had your phone. There was no phone.
you just the street lights was your signal to come inside.
If even if that, but it was just like, when your mother and your father was gone, you can just call them on the phone until the next Nextels came out, and you're like, "Yo, daddy, where you at?" You know what I'm saying? Other than that, it was I always say this, and I feel privileged to.
I'm gonna hang up so
All
you
right,
can
all
continue
right,
the show.
all right. Bye,
Thanks for
bye,
the call.
Dutchie.
Thanks for the call.
I feel privileged to have grown up in a time before now. Because like kids, having cell phones at 10 and 11 and 12 years old, it's like, I'm like, shit, when I didn't have that burden, because the cell phone is a burden. It is. It's a burden.
It's also an addiction.
Absolutely. Abso-freaking-lutely. It's have you ever been anywhere where you could just, besides when you're sleeping, forget about your phone?
Grenada. The only time I've ever forgot about my phone.
You
Literally.
One of the times where you kind of forget about your phone, to a degree, Uber Soca. Because Uber Soca has terrible Wi-Fi, but
so
they
you can't really use it anyway.
No, but they have WhatsApp. But as far as social media, Facebook, Instagram, you're
Even if you pay for it.
shit.
Anybody doing that shit?
It's
No,
people.
I
everybody,
never went.
Everybody pays for it. You need it. Don't get me wrong.
I don't want that shit.
What are you talking about?
I don't want this was like 2 or 3 weeks ago. I left the house, and by the time I got inside the car, I could have easily went back inside and got my phone. And I said, I'm gonna leave my phone inside. And I had one of the most peaceful days that I could remember.
I can't do that.
Just leaving it inside. But the anxiety started once I walked back into the house, because I had this anxiety to look at my phone now, because I felt like I'm gonna look at this phone and then like something terrible happened and I didn't know because I wouldn't have my phone with me. And then when I got there, I only had like one message.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing for me. Due to what I do, I literally cannot do that. But this is the way. It's the life I've chosen, and I'm not complaining. But it's this world we living in. The what are we? Are we millennials?
No.
Where are we?
I think we would could be looked at as Generation X.
We're Generation X?
Yes.
I think the Generation Xers, we have the best of both worlds, and we are, because of that, we are superior conversationalists. If you ever try to talk to somebody who grew up in the YouTube era, it's sometimes like watching paint peel, and they are probably better texters than they are actually having conversations.
Yeah.
You ever been around somebody who's just paint peeling on a wall in person?
Yeah, they don't.
But they come alive when they text and all that. Like,
because when they have conversation, they don't speak.
They don't speak.
They just talk. They just describe how they feel. It's like, yeah, I'm dead.
They be like, OMG, LOL.
Yeah, they describe emotions. Don't necessarily describe what they're talking about in the conversation. Like, oh my God, I'm dead.
Oh my God.
But they don't.
Facts.
They don't.
I'm very blessed to not have to. I haven't really interacted with anybody like that in a long time.
I mean, I wouldn't say interact, but you talk to people, and you're around people, and you get a sense of people. Sometimes even just for a second, you get a sense of, yeah, I can't be around. What is that?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't think it's me.
It definitely is. Definitely was.
I don't know where it's coming from.
Generation. Somebody said, Sunshine Gypsy said Generation Z is 1997 to 2012. Okay. So it's Generation X.
Before that,
Okay.
I believe you're
Generation X.
You might have just missed Generation X, but you're pretty close to it.
Pretty close. Well, I really.
Yeah, you're millennial. You're not a generation.
I cherish.
How are you? Let me look.
I really cherish the time we had before all of this. And I think we people age quicker now.
Yeah.
I think people age quicker.
Okay, let's call.
The number to call, 855-430-6225. Let's go to the phone calls.
Okay. Hello, good night. You are on the Cave Show. Who are we speaking to?
Your night nurse.
Hey, you're a night nurse. How are you? Now, what did you want to say? What was
What's
your...
up?
Oh no, they were telling me to call in because I was talking about my side chick story in the comments.
Okay, so
Okay.
what's your take?
What's your story?
What's your take first of all? What's your take on the before you get into your story? Where do you stand on it?
I once was one, so they serve a purpose if the person's okay with it. Now I wouldn't do it because I'm older, but hey, it is what it is.
All right, tell your story.
So my story is a little different than Dutchie's. The person I was with, his girl knew I was a side chick. I was a side chick. I served the purpose that he had a high sex drive. And yeah, she didn't want to deal with it, so I had no problems with it.
How did you benefit as a side chick?
Leveled pipe.
That. And we would also go out also, like, he would treat me almost the same as his main chick. It wasn't it was a big secret.
So basically you got that girlfriend treatment without the commitment.
Exactly.
Okay.
Were you committed?
What, to only him?
Yeah,
at the moment, yeah.
Did you fuck somebody else? No, right?
No.
So essentially, he had two girlfriends.
You were faithful to your side dude.
No, I don't think this was a side chick position.
No.
I think you guys were sharing
No.
a man. Y'all was sharing a man.
No.
I don't
Yes
think so.
and no. I
don't
was
think so,
talking to somebody else, but I'm not going to fuck two niggas at the same time now.
It's only sharing when both people know they're sharing.
But she said she knew about her.
We were.
But did the other girl know about her?
That's what she said.
The other girl knew about her?
Yes.
Oh, well then,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, then yeah, that is
Yeah,
true.
you were sharing.
You guys don't listen?
It was a cuckold. Is that how it works? I don't know.
I
It
don't
was
think
good
so.
cold. But what? How long did this last, and when did it dissipate?
It lasted for about like 6 months, and then and then a couple of years ago.
What is 6 months ain't shit? That wasn't nothing. That was y'all didn't even wait. When did it happen? In the summer? When did it happen?
Nah, it's probably the winter. No, summer.
Like 2 years ago.
So y'all didn't. It's either y'all had a Valentine's Day or no Christmas, or well, if you could have had a Christmas and a Valentine's Day. You could have if it was right there.
Not if it was.
Well, it's
Yeah,
probably
you could have.
it's probably a
Christmas
whole
and
summer.
Valentine's Day.
Okay,
right?
well, let's just what was the calendar schedule on how this worked? Was it like a summer fling, winter fling?
Like a winter fling.
Okay, and how did it start?
This is somebody I knew from high school. We always used to mess around, and then when we saw each other, we would meet up.
This is not a side chick relationship.
So,
This is two
and
girls.
then like
You
she
had
was in
two
a
girls.
relationship and hit me up. So I was like, okay, whatever. I'm not in something right now. So what's up?
So y'all never entertained the fact of maybe having like a
Threesome?
yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys never had a threesome? You never sucked some titties?
I did. I said that in chat.
Oh, I'm sorry. Is this a
Wait,
part of the
wait,
story?
wait,
Can
wait.
we start there?
You hold on, wait. You left out the best part
You
of
know
the
what I'm
story.
saying? Ah, damn.
You're a night nurse. That's her Instagram.
Yes. So this the same two people you had a threesome with them?
Yeah.
Oh, you were not a side chick.
He definitely had two bitches.
You were an extra. You were not a side chick.
He had two women. Who?
It was a whole team. He was the point guard.
Wait.
You were the power forward.
Links in the chat saying we don't listen. At no point did she say over the phone that they had a threesome.
Maybe that was in the chat.
Maybe that was in the chat, but there was. I listened to everything she said. She said Shorty knew about it. Son had a very high sex drive, and they were doing it. I said that nigga had two. You was also his girl because you were committed. You wasn't fucking nobody else.
So in a way, were you also her girl?
No, definitely not.
Okay, so you guys wouldn't like hang out with each other. You would just bring you to the
Oh
house.
hell no.
Night nurse.
No, I didn't know her like
Night
that.
nurse.
Mm-mm.
Night nurse. It's 11:16 p.m. Did you eat the pooch?
Did I?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a threesome.
Elevated. Okay. You're a night nurse. Big up
Yes.
yourself. That's the most fantastic story I heard all day. I mean, you gotta lead with that. So you were not in a side chick relationship. I just want to point that out. You were never.
Are you coming to Jason's birthday party?
Yes.
Daniel is.
Sorry, no, probably not. I'm in Florida.
That's terrible. Flights are cheap.
Yeah. Spirit Airlines
It's
is
like
only
$40. What are you talking about?
it's $30 and
You're a night nurse.
Who
for
is
crying out
flying
loud.
on Spirit?
Spirit. They
No, I
let
got
you.
plans. I'm sorry. I'll be there in spirit.
No, Spirit. They let you fly the plane. Did you know that?
What the hell could you do with a spirit? Come on now. Scientists haven't even proved that exists. Spirit.
Yeah, we're not gonna go down that rabbit hole.
Damn shame.
Yeah, but
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you so much for
Thank you
calling.
so much,
but
yeah,
you are not a side chick.
That wasn't a side chick
You have
situation.
that was an awesome experience.
Yeah. Why did it end? Why did it end?
Yeah, that's a good question. Why did it end?
I ended it because he wanted to get serious, and I wasn't really looking for that.
Wait. Like, did he want to get serious? Like, did he want to make you main chick and
He
demote her?
he wanted two legit
or he was wanting
women.
actual like sister wives.
That's what he wanted.
Yeah, he wanted like 2 girlfriends, and I was like,
He had two,
and she
not
was
really like on that serious.
He had 2 girlfriends for 6 months.
Just one question before you go. If any, did you and the wife or girl, whatever she was, did you guys have any kind of conversation whatsoever? And what was that conversation like?
Never.
You just came in, licked some titties.
Did it happen more than once?
It happened more than once, but I wasn't there for her. I was there for him.
No,
So-
of course. That only makes sense.
You are a fucking MVP. Okay.
So what is it going to take for you to come to Jason's party?
Yes. You don't have to come to my party. I'll just fly out there. You know what I'm saying?
When's it again? When is it again?
April 23rd. You don't got plans. See, that means you was talking shit earlier. How you say you got plans? You don't even know the date. Exactly. Come on.
Maybe I might come out.
You're a whole grown woman. Talk. Be serious.
Yo, listen. They said.
What's up?
They said buy the girl a ticket. Elevated Chrissy said buy she a ticket. Yo, thank you so much, Night Nurse,
For calling in.
Thank you. That was very,
problem.
very
That's an
interesting.
awesome story.
Best story for the night.
Best story for the night.
Sorry,
Thank
Dutchie.
you.
You ain't eat no pussy.
Yeah, you eat no nanny.
Dutchie's eaten pussy before.
Yeah,
No, but she ain't eating pussy in the story.
You left her a note. You didn't eat her pussy. It's two
Yeah,
different things.
yeah,
You know
You're
what I'm
just snitching.
Yes, we come to FET. 855-430-6225. We come to FET. Front K.
Yes.
K Lottie, call us up, K.
Kaylani, you need to call up and explain the difference between a side chick.
No, I
And,
want to hear her experience. She said she got it. She said I was a side chick once.
Oh yeah,
It didn't work because Kaylani has a husband and a boyfriend.
Yes, for those who didn't know.
And they there we go. Look at that. Look at the compliance like Uber Eats.
Hello, good night, Kaylani. Is that you?
Yes.
What's up, baby? How are you?
Hello and good night, everyone.
Good night. Good night.
You know, I always love it when you call. It makes my day.
Is she coming to the birthday party?
Well, thank
I'm
you.
not sure.
I'm happy to hear that.
Are you coming to the birthday party?
I am still waiting on permission to travel. So
She worked for the
I
Space
have
Force.
put in my request,
She works for the Space
and I'm
Force.
still waiting for permission.
She works for the Space Force.
Yeah, she actually works for the Avengers.
So talk to us about your side chick. What's your take on, for the people who don't know you? What is your take on this whole side chick, main chick, topic we're talking about? Talk to us.
Well, me personally, I am. I'm very big on honesty. So, I'm not one for someone being aside anything if the other one doesn't know about it. That being said, I have been there and done that, and it didn't work out so well.
Wow,
For you or for the main girl?
And what's interesting, though, is that guy just contacted me like a week ago. And so I thought this conversation is kind of apropos because he kind of reached out to me on LinkedIn recently, like, oh, hey, text me, oh, is this still your number? But, big-time lawyer. He had been in, like, the top 40 lawyers under the age 40 in Black Enterprise magazine. We both went to Santa Clara University. I'm probably saying too much because he's probably like cross-referencing things. But anyway, we ended up meeting, and I think I told you guys before, I can be very like naive when it comes to men. Like I don't realize when men are interested in me. I was going out with him for lunch all the time. I didn't know he was sexually interested. Eventually we found out, and I was like, down to hook up with him. But, at some point I wanted something more for my time. I mean, I wanted him to at least be a boyfriend and not only a fuck buddy. And the fact that it just seemed like he just wanted to hook up to do like, wild sex things. And I used to ask, like, is it because you can't do this with your wife, or like, why?
Hold on, wait, hold on. I'm not gonna let you just say wild sex things and not say what these wild sex things were.
That's a whole fact.
Because if you say wild sex things,
We know it's wild.
so what are some examples of the wild sex things that he was doing with you?
I'm listening.
He was sucking farts out of your butt?
So my husband knows him by the nickname Wine Cellar. Everybody ends up with some nickname from me. And he used to have like a private wine storage. And he like took me to go see his wine storage and wanted me to fuck him in the wine storage.
Nice.
And I was offended because, I felt like, your wife get the money and the card and the car and the travel and all of that. You can't even take me to a nice hotel because you want to get down in the wine cellar. Fuck your dirty, dusty ass wine cellar.
Fuck your wine cellar, nigga.
Fuck your wine cellar, nigga.
Fucking wine
What's the
cellar.
Hennessy cellar? What?
Shit.
So that's his nickname. When I told my husband that he had contacted me, he said, "Oh, wine cellar, yeah, wine cellar," because it usually be like something that somebody would do, and that just be it. It's just like, you know what, you're done, you're cut off, don't talk to me anymore, and that was it. Like, you know what, I'm already messing with you, and your woman doesn't know about it. I was a bit of a racist back then, so I do feel like maybe a bit of it was the fact that his wife was white, he's black. I have since moved beyond those struggles, although we, all still have those struggles. I went to therapy.
Therapy. You went to therapy.
Question though, Kay. And it asks the same thing to Dutchie and your night nurse. What are the things as a side chick that you expect, and what are the things that you feel that what are the things you feel like a side chick deserves?
Well, I think that's why it didn't work out with this guy. I was much younger. It was much earlier on in my relationship with Andre and I wouldn't repeat the same thing today, but that's what it came down to. My expectations were, at least you're going to treat me like a girlfriend. Like, we're going to hang out, we're going to have a good time. I must be some form of relief for you that you're not getting at home with your significant other. So, there needs to be something in it for me as well.
Right.
And if all I'm getting out of it is you want to fuck in the back of a U-Haul and do wild shit like that, well, that's all exciting for you because you're doing wild shit.
Was the wild shit where he wanted to have sex or the manner in which he was having sex?
It was the lack of balance. Right, we can fuck in the back of the car if we also have that balance that we fucking in the house, we're fucking in the hotels, we're going on vacation, right? We're doing whatever. Like one time I was not a very good submissive, but I was a submissive to a master, and we would fuck kind of anywhere, outdoors or in the car or whatever. But we had a relationship longer than 10 years. And so it wasn't an insult if he wanted to fuck in the car. But somebody else, if you just met me, no, we're not fucking in the car. No, because for all I know, you just want to play me cheap all the goddamn time. So I think that there's balance expected.
Okay, so what I'm getting, it wasn't the fact that he had another woman. That was the problem. It wasn't the fact that you was a quote unquote side chick. It was just the fact that all he was doing was just fucking you in random places, and he wasn't whining and dining you. He wasn't treating you like a forget being in a relationship, just treating you like a lady. You know what I'm saying?
Right, exactly.
So,
and like I said, it's like Miss Perfectly Imperfect just said, like a mutually beneficial relationship, right? That's exactly, what I was saying. And, that's this before I had my rule, right? No pussy for assholes. And that's why I developed that rule, is to, recognize that even if we're not going to date per se, even if we're not trying to develop a long term. I mean, me and Osahan, him being my boyfriend for over 10 years now, that's not what we were expecting when it first started. We were just talking, he just wanted some ass. But before I'm going to give someone some ass, because I can't take it back once I give it to you, I need to know at least that you respect me.
I think that's what they be doing.
You.
When girls be doing like this,
they be trying to take it back because they don't be counting everything, so they be trying to take it back. So
I can't take it back once I give it to you. So no pussy for assholes. You gotta pass the asshole test.
Was there any point in this situation?
What's the asshole test?
Or, spending time getting to know somebody, developing a friendship with them, basically.
Okay.
That's how you know that someone's not an asshole, because they can pretend to be, real sweet. They can polish the asshole for a while.
Was there any way that you did benefit off of this? Did you feel?
She got to take wine cellar and U-Hauls off her fucking bucket list.
Yeah. I mean, did you when you left, did you just take a bottle of wine and wait?
No, I wouldn't say that I did. I mean, I felt like I got more out of our friendship before there was sex involved, because I didn't know he was sexually interested. But outside of that, because we actually spent time together, hanging out, laughing, talking, eating, and once it became sexual, it was only like,
you know what happened? You know what happened? He was double dutching the situation. He was just all he was doing was like, yo, I'm just around
checking
her
the temperature.
Yeah, he was around the situation because he's like, yo, I'm opposed like her friend, but I'm really trying to put my thumb in a butt in the wine cellar. So until I do that,
I'm gonna play this. Like, that's you know what they was trying to do is that's the homie. That's little sis.
He was trying to put your thumb. He's trying to.
But the thing is,
trying to bug you in the wine cellar.
I had no idea until we went to dinner. It was my husband that had to tell me that we all
That's
went
a
to
real
dinner,
one right there.
and I invited him and his wife. And I was like, we're having a dinner get together. Everybody bring a significant other. And I guess, I don't know, maybe I didn't say it clearly enough, but he came by himself without his wife. And over dinner, Andre explained to him how I can be so aloof and unaware of when men are sexually interested in me. And then the next day, that's when he was like, but I'm interested in you, right? And I was like, no. Not at all. I had no idea. So
were you interested in him, or you just fucked him just cause?
Well, no. We didn't fuck until after that point. Once I found out that he was interested.
That's what I mean.
Before that, I wasn't thinking about it.
That's what I mean.
Because he was basically playing the friend role.
We were black professionals out, in the San Francisco Bay Area who graduated from the same school, and it was cool to have lunch with the brother every week.
Let me say this. Right. What I'm saying is, a woman will know she will give somebody the business, even if they're not actually fucking. Was he in that that realm of if this nigga slip, you know what I'm saying, he getting his pussy? Was it that, or he wasn't thinking about it?
I wasn't thinking about it. So you have to remember that, and initially, like my first marriage, I was married to a preacher. And so I was pretty naive growing up, because my parents didn't really teach me much about relationships. They were on crack. I was married to a preacher. I didn't go to a club or be social till I was almost 30 years old, when I met my husband. So for me, when this is happening, this is early on in my, relationship with Andre. So we a lot of the experiences that I've talked about on here, we hadn't had those. We hadn't, been to swinger events. We hadn't, gone and experienced porn. We hadn't been to nudist parties, So this was just,
Danny, what you want to say, Danny?
Because people want to know if your mic
Danny's
is
like this.
Danny's over there making that Kevin Hart face.
I'm looking at Danny.
Say what you want to say.
Right there.
Danny, say what you...
No beef.
Say what you want to say.
You guys told me to how much you value We Come to Fat, so...
Yes, that don't mean
she a big girl.
So
I'm
we...
behaving.
Hey, hold on, wait.
You just come over here and tell Dutchie all this stuff.
Because I know Dutchie in real life.
Yes, but
and
you know what?
So no.
We come to fetch to take it.
Kane would not call if she can't take
Daniel,
it.
If I said something that offended Dutchie, I can call Dutchie.
Say
and
what
speak
you
to her.
want to say. This is a grown ass woman, bro.
Yeah, but you're not
Say
understanding.
what you want to say.
I'm saying that there's the probability of a misunderstanding that I can't.
Say what you want to say.
Stop it.
Daniel, say what you want to say. Stop being a pussy.
I gotta agree with him.
You want me to whisper you my number, and then you can text it to me?
You see? Danny.
No, honestly, I would feel more comfortable with that because we've had misunderstandings in the past. With Dutchie, I can fix it. You understand what I'm saying? And
Danny.
so,
Danny, just say what you gotta say.
Daniel.
She said certain things. She said something
Because
about
you've been holding it in.
she was oblivious to his interest. I mean, she's the type of girl to go out on dates with a guy that she's not attracted to. You know what I mean? I think that's.
I wasn't going on a date with him. I thought we were just having lunch as black professionals in the same area. Like I didn't.
There you go.
Dudes
to
don't
me,
do
it wasn't
that.
a date. Like we.
That doesn't
wasn't going
happen.
on dates with him.
That doesn't happen. You know what I mean? In general.
See, and that's where.
She
and
said
that's
she was
where
naive.
My husband was coming from.
She said she's naive.
You know, a lot of times early on, but again, like I said, right, I grew up with, you know, not really having my parents teaching me about relationships. You know, then I'm married to a preacher, and we were in a very, very, very strict, like really, really strict kind of, you know, church. So, like, in terms of me, my social skills, like,
when you went to lunch with
never
him,
really had a lot of social skills on top of having, you know, severe anxiety since I was like 8 years old. So
when you
for me, I don't see those social cues, and that it didn't occur to me, and I wasn't thinking about it.
When you went to lunch with him, who paid?
I don't remember. We probably split the bill. I was big on splitting bills.
Okay, fair enough. And you saying what you said makes sense. You said that you
Yeah,
can't
I mean,
take.
like legit. I just, you know, I'm not likely to. I tend to be very like, someone finds me attractive. Stop trying to play with me. You just want to embarrass me. You just want me to think that you think I'm attractive so that you can say, ha ha, you know, you don't look good, girl. Like,
That's what you thought then, or that's what you think now?
that's how I felt then. I grew up, you know, just, you know, under that cloud. And so, you know, it took a lot for me to get to, you know, realize, like, you know, I got all the same limbs and parts as everybody else. And, you know, if somebody think I'm ugly, that's all right.
Do you think that's
Ugly people need love too.
Do you think that's one of the reasons why you started doing adult films?
Oh no, you know, I was just very sexual, and I was very business oriented, and I was, you know, I really did the research for a number of years on, you know, the income, the safety. I had a lot of people that would continue to come approach me about it. So, you know, I don't find that, you know, those two related, though, you know, I certainly understand where that comes from. You know, that's generally what we would say. I just think that in my case, you know, I did porn when I already had a college degree and a full-time job and a pension and health care, you know what I'm saying? So I just feel like it's not really fair for me to put myself in the same category as other people who really didn't have as much choice, you know what I'm saying? Like, where if they weren't doing that, they maybe were going to make, you know, $20,000, $30,000 a year. They're doing that work and they're making, you know, double that. I'm already making, you know, triple that before I'm just going to do, you know, porn just for the sake of, you know, doing it and building a business concept. So, you know, I don't really feel like it's fair for me to compare it because, you know, they really, you know, get the short end of the stick in the adult industry. They don't have a long-term career path.
So getting back to the side chick, I don't think what we're talking about is that experience that you explained, because it seemed like this guy was just out there.
He's kind of a waste man.
He was just trying to fuck.
Yeah, he was trying to fuck. But the thing is, why I say he's a waste man is because if you're gonna do all that you know, ticking you out and whining you, dining you.
No, she said they split the bill.
Okay, yeah, but you know,
he was just double dutching, bro.
He still tried. So if you're gonna do that,
were you in the industry then?
No, this is years before then. This is a long time before then.
Oh, that changes a lot of things.
It wasn't like he was just like, well, she's a porn star, so she's gonna do.
What I thought.
No, he just felt like I'm gonna play cool now just to beat, and then now when I beat, I'm not going to do the same things that I did to get you. You know what I'm saying? And that's not cool. If that's what people do in regular relationships.
Exactly. And that's
You know what I'm
exactly
saying?
how
Why are you
it
doing that in the
seems.
side chick shit? You know what I'm saying?
And so, but my question is,
You think so?
I guess to ask you guys to help me figure out, right? So this is like, years back, well, now here you come around back again. Now, I haven't heard from this guy probably in 10 years. But now he's, sniffing around. He texted me last week. He hit me up on LinkedIn. Oh, where you at now? Oh, maybe I can look you up when I come
he's
to
trying,
LA.
he's trying to do the same.
Okay. Is your
fuckboy
life
shit.
is your life lacking anything right now?
Me?
Yes.
I mean, yes. All of us have something that's lacking, but
No, is your
probably
life
nothing
lacking anything
that he could fulfill.
That's what I meant. Yeah, right. So if your life is not lacking anything that he can fulfill, and you've already had the experience of what he thought about you, his chance, his boat, all of that is gone. You entertain him, you will be the fool because you made the mistake twice.
Okay.
The first thing that you said made a lot of sense.
Don't give the pussy to no waste man.
I understand it now,
Oh,
but
no.
It's
He
not even
definitely wouldn't get it.
Not even don't give him the pussy.
question
Don't
was,
interact.
Why
Don't answer.
does that happen? Like,
Facts.
why are there some men like that? Like, I have my phone. If I don't want to hear from somebody, I never delete their number. I put them in my phone under the name ignore. I have like 20 people in my phone under the name ignore.
You asked a
somebody
question.
I haven't heard from in 5 or 10 years.
Will
call me.
You ask a question, I'm gonna answer, right? The reason why some men are like this, and I don't want to be the guy to shit on men, but I'm gonna shit on some men right now. The reason why some men are like this is because they're looking for something from you and they have nothing to offer. And if even in sex, they don't look at themselves as having nothing to offer. They're just trying to get some pussy from you. They're not looking at it as, I'm trying to please her. I'm trying to give her this dick. He's trying to get some pussy. That's why he could fuck you in the back of a U-Haul. He's just trying to get a nut and be out. That's what it is. And unfortunately, there are men like that out there, and you should not give him.
Yeah, and he can't.
time.
He can't bring you. He can't bring you at
I'm
home.
still wondering, I'm wondering, well, what's going on in your life that you calling me 10 years later, and
The same thing that was going on in his life then, whatever caused him to have that reaction to say that I need to have this woman as my side chick, the whatever action was going on then is repeating in his life right now. So he is trying to solve his issues or self-medicate himself the same way he did back then. It's the same medicine
He's trying to get baptized in the coon water.
Exactly, it's the
me.
same type of medicine he's trying to get then, and you gotta just let him. You can't even respond to it. And if you do respond, it could be like, don't waste, get out of here. I'm not. Don't message me.
I would say not even to respond. I would say that once you engage, you've initiated or started a process that's going to be hard to stop. You know what I mean?
Sorry.
If you engage,
no processes are ever hard for me to stop, but I understand your point.
No, you can stop it on your end, but on his end, you have given him a signal
you gave him hope.
All he has to do now is continue to attempt to prove worthy. If you don't
You just
respond
gotta
at all,
start the double dutch routine again.
if you entertain the him trying to restart the relationship in any capacity by engaging at all, he's gonna think that he has a chance. I'm telling you how men think. You understand? Even though it might not make sense to you, and you know what you're gonna do, and you know what you want.
This is why
how men think.
This is why when a man buys you, some men, before you get on my case, some men, when they buy you a drink and you accept that drink, this motherfucker will follow you around all night. Because you gave,
I know, man, because they decided they got married for that $7.99.
For most guys, if you're not interested, why would you take this from me?
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
exactly.
So on also, you said that you want to understand why he's reaching out to you now after all these years. Are you worried about why a roach will crawl on the left side of the wall versus the right?
You lost me there, but I want to.
No, yeah, please. Does it matter to you why a roach makes a decision? Okay.
The guy's the roach.
He's the roach.
Your sound cut out for a second, but I heard you asking, am I worried about any particular thing? And is my sound coming through now?
Yeah.
Okay. So for me, My degrees are in psychology and psychotherapy and social welfare. I just like understanding why people think the way that they do. Like, people are kind of, are every person is their own, crazy version of a Rubik's Cube to me, right? Everybody's so unique. And I always wonder, like, why do they think that way? Why do they think that way? Even with my parents, my sister is very angry at them because they were drug addicts. For me, I looked at why. And now I know the things that they went through in their history, the things that were going on government at the time. I understand how they ended up down that path to becoming drug addicts. And so when I see someone do something that I find very, different, I wonder why. So it's not in relationship to myself, like I'm worried about any particular thing or I'm wondering what I should do. It's not that. It's just in general, I've seen this happen with men, over my 48 years of life. And I wonder why some men do that, because you guys don't strike me as the kind of man that would do that. I don't see you guys striking out with some girl and then calling her out of the blue 5 or 10 years later.
So based on the research that you've done so far, what's the answer that you've gotten consistently?
I don't really have a consistent answer yet, because what I tend to feel like is, like you said, right, don't mess with a waste man. Well, I end up talking to good men who don't necessarily understand waste men. Right. So they were like, I don't know, or as my husband says, whack men. He's like, I don't know why whack men do the whack shit they do. Right. So I wonder, because, I just wonder.
What you're saying makes sense. I understand.
Thank you so much, Kate, for your
I really appreciated that.
Can I answer her?
Yeah, go ahead.
I think a lot of times a guy would reflect on past experiences and past people and the ways that they made them feel or what they was able to do with that person. And he's probably at a point in his life where he thinks he has nothing to lose by giving it another try. Because
isn't that sad?
The worst thing that will happen is that you'll say no or that you won't respond. But the best thing that can happen is that he finds out that you're available and interested and that he can fuck you again. So it's worth reaching out.
Kay, also, sorry to cut you, but also, you may not be the only person he's reaching out to. He may just want some pussy and just be going down the list.
Oh,
Right.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
You're not the only person he's reaching out to. It's just like he probably has a long list.
She's the last one on the list, or or the first one on the
you're
list.
the first, second, third, fourth, whatever. That's what a waste man is going to do.
And I do want to be fair and say that it's not only men who are looking for sex that I've had this experience with. It's women as well that, they moved away or whatever, the relationship drifted apart, and then all of a sudden 5-10 years later, here they come back. And I think it tends to be the same thing. They are, they're going through something in their life that they remember back then that somehow things felt better or their life was more fun or something like that. And now they're kind of reaching back to the people that they knew at that point in time in their life. That's what anecdotally, that's what it seems to be to me. But I just wondered what y'all might think about these strange occurrences that happen.
I mean,
during
sometimes
the purple moon.
Sometimes people want to attach themselves to good moments, and probably when he was, you guys was doing it in the wine cellar and doing it in the back of the U-Haul and wherever else y'all was doing it, he felt dangerous. He felt alive. He felt risky.
Yeah, and I want to say I'm really glad that you acknowledge that women do that stupid shit too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's definitely a people issue. And yeah, I would definitely think that he's just trying to relive the feelings that you gave him and trying to see what's possible.
Yeah, he's trying to feel alive.
Was that your only experience
course
being
not,
I mean, I know, but I would like to ask instead of assuming.
I mean, we've been on this.
Was that your only experience as a side chick?
Yes, it is, and I will get
13 minutes.
my talking too much ass off the phone. But before I get off the phone, I just want to say thank y'all for being such fun, sexy chocolate for us to listen to and to stare at. Thank you so much.
Thank you for boosting my ego.
That's your therapy. That's his therapy. Thank you so much.
All right, y'all. Have a good night. I'll be right here listening.
Have a
and testing
blessed day.
myself.
Have a blessed day. That was Kaylani.
That was Kaylani. And wow, I didn't.
Yeah.
I honestly did not think that we would dive so far into
What's next?
the side chick issue. But since we only have a certain amount of time left, and I never get to cover
Why
all
we
the
never
topics,
talk about side man?
we could talk about that right now.
Because
I was gonna ask you. I was gonna ask, but I didn't want to. But
because
Men are better at it than women.
fuck it. Let's just talk about that. Let's just talk about that for the rest of the show.
Because you know, we could only assume what women thinking or women what as like for like you said men are better at being side men.
I don't think so. The man, you know what the man problem is? They chat too fucking much, and that's why they're not good at being.
That's a people problem.
No, it is more of a to me.
There you go.
For me,
How many celebrities? Because it's easier to identify with celebrities.
That's fine.
okay.
How many celebrity side men
Get exposed.
expose themselves or tell on themselves to ruin the relationship? Besides the little
August.
piece of shit August.
August.
Besides the one name that you can name,
Yeah.
how many side men? How many women were you heard ruined the marriage because it was revealed?
Yeah, and you
that
never
the
heard
side
nobody
man
say
came
they,
forward.
Nobody never said they used to fuck
because,
Oprah.
Right, because and let's not be retarded and assume that all of these women were loyal. All of them were never cheated. All of them never stepped out. Let's be realistic here. This is a people issue, not a man
No,
issue.
for when I said that, if you even look at someone like Oprah, right?
No, I understand what
most
you're saying.
right, most of them
I'm
be
telling
like,
you why.
nigga, I fucked Oprah.
That's why men
That's
are
not
better
true.
at it.
That's
Men
not
are better at it
That's
because
not true. I don't think guys would be like,
Right.
I fucked Oprah. I
right
think
because he knows what he's gonna lose.
you're not agreeing with him. You're actually disagreeing with him.
Right.
I agree with Daniel
Right.
on this one. I think what? Oh, I just saw something in the chat. Just it threw me off. I'm sorry. I think just for the simple fact, a lot of times if a man is a side man, he just wants to be a side man. He doesn't
He's
have
very happy with that position.
Yeah, he doesn't have aspirations of. You ever heard the joke?
But
Because the side man, the side man
that's the
graduating
point.
to the main man has more obligations and
Right,
liabilities.
so they don't want that. So the problem is from what I see, when the side man, he's happy to be the side dude. So he's
Because
happy
for the most part, he's getting pussy and gifts.
Exactly. So to him, it is a badge of honor that he does not mind discussing. With women, sometimes it's different because being a side chick is something that you kind of have to hide in the shadows.
You think so?
Because once you're spotted
You just
out,
heard a story about a
Right.
girl writing the wife,
right.
"I'm fucking your man."
I know, but there are some situations where being the side chick is looked at as like you're less of a person because you're a side chick. It doesn't work that way with men.
The only people who think that is the girl who's getting cheated on.
I think.
Or the girl worried about it
I think
happening
there'd
to
be
her.
some people in society that would think that too. They would look at the side chick and be like, "That's where do you think the term homewrecker comes from?" They're not talking about men,
Side chicks are not the homewrecker.
but they would be referred to
That's
as
a
the
fact.
homewrecker.
That's a
Side
fact.
chick, because by people who are oblivious to what accountability and responsibility actually is.
Exactly, and that's
Facts.
mostly comes from
Women.
people in society or whatever. They would look at the side people like that.
I wouldn't say society has anything to do with anything. I would say there's society and then there's fucking reality. You know what I'm saying? Like just like the with this guy at the beginning of the show we was talking about, the reality, you know, unfortunately is not perfect. And nobody in society has lived a perfect life or has a perfect relationship. And sometimes in society's eyes, I think people, you know, they open their mouths and they're shocked about things they do in their own private doors. Like I always say on the show, nobody don't wear glass drawers, we don't wear glass slippers, and we don't live in a glass house. You understand? So we can't really judge nobody on a societal basis. What we can say is like, yo, listen, a lot of times, unfortunately, when you have a man who's sleeping with a woman who has a man, in the back of his head, he's like, yo, if Shorty is doing all this stuff with me and she has a man, good, bad, or indifferent, if I step up to the plate as the main
It's
guy,
gonna happen to me.
it is a it's not, it might happen to me. There's a possibility
There's a strong chance
that it would. You know what I'm saying? And I you know, I think I don't know if women feel like that. I don't know if sometimes, you know, people feel like, you know what, this person is going to change for me. I used to think like that, honestly.
I feel for the most part like men
My first
can
girlfriend
navigate
told me the
it.
flaw in that thinking.
Yeah, I said, yeah, well, exactly. I used to think, like, a long time ago, I used to think like, I will, you know, this person will change for me, and it's really not. It's not about you. You know what I'm saying? It's not about you. It's all about them. And I think when people get that through their head, their mind, I think there'll be a lot of there'll be less heartbreak in the world, because you'll understand that, yo, this person, the actions a lot of time they're doing it in despite of you. You could have been a perfect person. It's not about you. It's about them. So, you know.
I think that as it's easier to navigate it as a man than it is as a woman, and that's why it would appear as if it is men are better at it, because I think we invest less emotion in it, because at the end of the day, a lot of, you know, there are gonna be a lot of men who's gonna look at it as like, well, shit. When I asked women what they benefit, they can say all these things that they're going to benefit, and I think if you ask the majority of men what they're benefiting as a side dude, he's going to say, well, I'm getting pussy.
Let me ask you something real quick. A man proposes to his woman with the receipt of her $70,000 student loan, debt being paid off in full, in place of the engagement ring, and he proposes to her, says, I want to marry you. She thanks him, but she still requires a ring
She's a cunt.
before being married. What is she? A, reasonable, B, ungrateful, C, hella smart, or D, dumb? Or,
E, a cunt.
what do you think, Kevin?
I think she's I don't want to use the cunt
I'm gonna
as
use
a
it.
word.
She's a cunt.
Ungrateful is an option.
I wanna
Or dumb. Unreasonable. Reasonable or smart.
I would say she's irrational. That's the word I would use.
That sounds really nice.
Well,
That's a nice way of saying dumb.
Yeah.
she's not thinking. She's not thinking rationally. You understand? And you know, I could only assume she requires the ring to show to show.
There's an
she'll be
emotional
like-
reason.
So she can start pointing to shit like
There's
this.
an emotional reason. It's not a logical one.
It's
right.
not logical. It's irrational. I don't want to use the word cunt. It's irrational. You know what I'm saying? But
It's cunty.
Yeah, it's why I say that after you get married and that man goes out and buy your ring, you still have that fucking $70,000 in debt with the ring and the wedding and all that shit. You would still have that debt, and the motherfucker erased that from your existence.
But listen,
you're a cunt.
But listen, Jason, you're speaking as a grown, very grown man who knows about finances. You know, some people don't
Mac,
know.
there are also some people that are just stupid.
Yeah, there's some people don't know until they know. You know what I'm saying?
No,
And
what are you talking about? I missed it. Sorry.
some people, I said he's speaking as a grown man who knows a lot about responsibility and finances.
Right,
Some
right,
people,
right.
some people, they like for instance, a young girl who never had to pay any bills. Her parents buys all her clothes. She doesn't know the value of anything.
Okay, she's a young cunt.
Hold on, man. Hold on. I will never discredit somebody for being ignorant, because as soon as they know, she might be appreciative of the fact of and understand what she was saved from. You know, she probably didn't know she'd be paying off that student loan for maybe 10 years. You know, and she didn't know how negatively that student loan would affect all of her life.
Let me tell you, Kev, let me tell you why I said that, okay?
Not so
No,
like.
no, hold on, Danny. Let me just finish this thought. Let me tell you why I said that, because
Why is she a young cunt?
because in my experience of getting married,
To me, youth is not an excuse for
I
being a cunt.
understand that is a big red flag of why you should walk the fuck away. You right now, that's a $70,000 lesson that you should have learned,
So check.
and you should walk away.
Listen, I asked that poll to my social media, and at least half of the women
Still required a ring.
said it was reasonable, understandable. They wouldn't judge her. She's entitled to want what she wants, and he shouldn't be oppressive and try to change her mind.
See, that's
Is there
just-
anybody in this chat
I was just
who
like-
feels like I just want to?
oh,
Is there anybody in this chat?
We about
who
to finish.
Feels I know we about to finish, but I just if there's anybody in this chat who feels that she was being rational, I want to hear from you before we get out of here.
this is the thing. This is the thing.
And one of the biggest differences is that the younger girls
Exactly.
said they would still want the ring. A few of the older ones who are still single said that she's entitled to a ring. But the majority of the people who I personally respect their intellect was like, I would happily. What I want to know how many of these people who said no expect a $70,000 fucking engagement ring.
Here's the thing, right? I could flip this whole thing around and show
Please
you.
do.
Okay.
Please. Flip it.
Same question, right?
Yeah.
A young guy, right? You say, listen, you got a girl.
He's just as stupid.
Hold on. Let me finish, bro. Let me finish. You got this girl. She got perfect tits. You know, immaculate wap. She's a squirter. Fantastic ass, and it's all real. Versus you got this chick over here who has a master's, right? You know, her body's, you know, it's not as lit as Shorty's. And, you know, she's not very experienced in the bedroom, right? The average 25-year-old, or not even the average 21-year-old, would go for option A. You know? We as grown men would be like, Shorty about to get a PhD, and you know, when it comes to sex, you know, we could teach her.
And you fucking around?
You know what I'm saying? We thinking the way we think would be like, yo, it's a no-brainer. But you'd be surprised. There's men who'll be like, nah, I need Shorty with the perfect tits and the fucking whap and the ass, because
and then you realize 15 years later it don't last.
I want to do that.
Exactly.
When the world opens back up, that's going to be one of my. We can do this thing we was talking about before with asking random people questions.
Yeah.
We need to add that on the list.
DJ John, thank you for the follow.
To ask guys.
So it's,
because I don't see that.
You sure?
No, I'm just saying my assumption would be that the percentage of the guys who make that stupid ass decision wouldn't be high.
Yeah, but I'm talking
in that demographic.
I'm in a 21-year-old.
Yeah.
Okay.
I want to try that. I want to test that.
When I like I said, when you don't know, you don't know.
No, I feel you.
And
I just don't think. I think most of us, even then, still know, you know, that beauty is temporary, or beauty is good to have, but it's not the priority.
Let me tell you, beauty.
Now, I'm not saying that there's not, because I know guys who would pick a very, very attractive girl over everything.
Your beauty gets boring. Beauty gets boring.
You know what else I just realized? The people who know that is the people who are able to get beautiful girls.
After
if
a
the guy has never really been with a 10, he thinks that's the end all be all. But if he's actually had 10s at any age, if he's a guy who's pulling 10s at 16, pulling 10s at 18, 20, he's gonna say, I'm gonna take what matters more than beauty. If he's a guy who's never getting a 10, he's gonna think that
no matter how bad a chick is, no matter how banging her body, how good her pussy is, how great her head game is, and all these other things that I love, there is somebody out there that can't fucking stand her. And if you're not careful, it could be you concentrating so much on her beauty that don't last. Beauty does not last as long as intelligence, maturity, as respect.
I would take it
it doesn't last as long as that.
It's not even that for me, it's not even that it doesn't last as long. Not to say that beauty isn't important, because let's not get crazy here. Beauty is important. Okay. Beauty is important.
I think attraction is more important than beauty.
Yes.
Yeah. No. Okay. Fine. Attraction is important, right? But it once you have it, everything else starts to be clearer as to how important it is. Because if you're attractive, Whatever, because like we said many times, me and you have a very different opinion as compared to Jason's
Of what attractive
what
is.
attractive is.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? After you obtain someone who's attractive, a lot of other things, like you guys being on the same page about things, how you guys are able to resolve disagreements, how you guys are able to handle external problems together, how you guys are able to have fun together, how she's able to affect your mood in a positive way, how she's able to support you in whatever way you need
The
support.
real things that are going to matter to you
Right.
years from now.
Let me tell you
Are
something.
not
Let me-
attraction, even though or attraction is assumed.
Let me tell you something.
Like it should be. It's
When I first met my girl, right? First thing I noticed about her was her body. All right, it's the first thing I noticed about her. Then we had a long conversation over the phone, and we talked about everything but sex. Everything but sex. What kept me interested wasn't the sex. It wasn't her body. It was the fact that once the sex was over, I could still be in her presence. And, you know, like a lot of times you said when you have fun together, a lot of times you build bonds with the way you see people react to certain things. You know what I'm saying? You know, what they laugh at, what they cry at, you know, what they find entertaining, what affects them emotionally. And that has nothing to do with external beauty.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I think those are the things you realize once you go through them. But if you don't go through them, you know, unfortunately, you know,
No, I agree 1,000%.
Yeah.
Once you date a quote unquote bad bitch and her breath stink, you realize,
oh man.
yo,
Oh,
you
man.
being bad ain't it? Or
Oh,
if you,
it ain't.
you date a bad
don't
bitch that
matter.
don't sexually satisfy you.
It
you
only,
realize
it only
don't matter.
matters at first when you feel like getting that bad chick
What's
is
the price?
going, it's going to elevate your level.
Right.
Like people are going to look at you like, yo, how he pull that?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But it's not gonna matter later on when she don't know shit because every dude that she got with just threw shit at her.
You know it didn't matter?
Did not care what she knew as a person.
You know what didn't
It's
matter?
how she looked.
In 2020, when everybody was home all year, it didn't matter.
And she couldn't get her lace
Couldn't
front,
get to the
right?
wax person, right,
and
right,
couldn't get all
right.
these things done.
Right.
And
Yeah.
what does it matter? You know what attracts me about a woman externally. I love something good to look at, but when I actually talk to you, it's your intelligence, it's your thought process, it's the way you make me.
But would you marry a girl that you're not attracted to?
No.
But here's what I'm getting to. No, I'm gonna answer that question. Here's what I'm getting to.
Hell
you
no.
you could meet somebody.
I wouldn't even
Hold on,
I wouldn't sleep with a girl I'm not
answer the
attracted
question.
to.
You could meet somebody that you're not initially attracted to. You can have a few
And they can become attractive.
Right. You can have a few conversations with that person. You can see how that person thinks, and those things become attracted to you where the initial attraction doesn't mean as much because
You mean the initial non-attraction? Because you said initially you weren't attracted.
right, because initially I'm just talking about optics and visuals and you know and the thought of the fat ass and the nice perky titties and shit like that. I'm talking about not seeing that at first, but actually having a conversation with somebody and then realizing, oh shit, you're kind of fucking dope.
Yeah, but
And that will
So-
give
so-
you a sense of attraction.
I don't agree with you, because if I'm not attracted to you, then we're friends. You know what I mean? We're friends. You give it because that's what friends are for.
I'm not talking
what I'm gonna
about
talk
straight
next
up.
week is that like I've learned a lot of times, not all the time, because there's nothing absolute, and you might have to repeat that to me one day. But a lot of times, when a guy has zero sexual interest in a girl that is his friend, a lot of times it's because he's not attracted to her at all. Now, we all have friends that's attractive,
But not to us.
and or we have like because like somebody had wrote in the chat, so guys don't just take girls out for fun. No, not in general. You understand what I'm saying?
No.
We would have had to. We could now. It's possible for us to develop a friendship after I was attracted to you, but it's not gonna just be off the rip. Oh, I see a moose, with.
I want to be friends with a moose.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's
but,
right.
it's by and large, most of the friends that I have that are female, majority of them, is I'm attracted to them, and that's what got me interested in.
Would you fuck them? Okay, thank you.
Some of them, some of them, yes, some of them no.
Thank you.
That's because
What's the nose for?
The nose is for like if we are good friends, and I value that friendship more than I value getting pussy from you. I'm not going to try to fuck you, because if I do,
No, not try to fuck you.
I'm not gonna.
She calls you up, Jason.
I'm not gonna do it, because
been
at the
doing
end of
some
the
thinking.
I'm not gonna do it, Danny, because at the end of the day, it's going to fuck up the friendship, and then I'm gonna be sitting there.
Why
with
would
some-
it fuck up the friendship?
Because it has an ability to. Because once you start having sex with, you already have.
Are you a bad guy?
No, I'm just.
Why would fucking a girl that you find attractive
Let me explain, Danny.
ruin the
Let
friendship?
me explain, because when you have a friendship with somebody, you have a certain rapport in a relationship. And my friends, my female friends, I'm gonna speak about personally now. I have a certain sort of feelings towards them. A lot of them, I could look at them and say, I love you, and I wouldn't want to take that and say, well, I threw that away for pussy, because I've done that before. I used to have female friends, and every female friend at some point I try to fuck them, but then emotions and all this shit gets involved, and then we can't be friends no more.
What's
So
wrong with you, Kevin?
I don't
Can't be.
move. so
'Cause I'm still
but
in
now I don't
love.
do that. Now I'm not to say that I haven't tried to fuck some female
With
friends before, but the majority of them, I don't try to do anything. Nigga, if you want to sing the song, sing it right.
Nigga, I'm not a singer, ain't you? Fuck.
Yeah.
Oh
Yo, listen. I mean, you got self-control, man. Like, I mean,
my gosh. No, absolutely.
I mean, you gotta have
required in all aspects of life.
and then, yo, bro, everybody ain't for everybody, man. Like I told y'all, that thing with energies, that's something I really believe in, and I really feel like part of, staying youthful and staying, staying, I don't want to say pure, you know what I'm saying? It ain't pure, but you know what I'm saying? Staying youthful and staying stress-free and keeping bad energy away is about keeping your sexual energy, close.
No, I understand.
Especially if you value yourself. I value myself. I think highly of myself. I think I'm a very special individual. You understand?
We're all special.
Well, okay. So you think of yourself as special.
He said, yeah, we're all special, but I'm special here.
No. That's not what I said.
I'm special here.
I didn't get that from
See,
her.
that's
I'm
not.
fucking with him.
See, that's not what I. That's
I'm fucking with him. I'm
that's-
fucking with you.
But
Don't worry.
but for the people in the chat, that's not what I said. What I'm saying is I think of myself as a unique, special individual. You know what I'm saying? And when a lot of times, sometimes people are so quick to give away their sexual energy because they need that validation. And I was one of those people when I was very young. I was in a very bad relationship, and I wanted that validation. So it's like, oh, you're attracted to me? Oh shit, you want to give me some pussy? I'm gonna take it because in that moment I was getting validated as having value.
It makes you feel like you're better, like I'm the shit,
We're talking about
because
having
this
sex
person
with
wants to
with
fuck
a
me.
10?
Not having
talking about-
anybody.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? Just the fact that they were willing to give me that, it's a validation, and I'm pretty sure there were women that probably feel like that too. You know what I'm saying? That maybe they didn't get it where they wanted it, so they would get it from where they could get it. You know what I'm saying? As people, we need validation. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, again, this is coming from a mature place. I didn't know that.
As you
Is
grow
that
up,
your final thought?
yeah, as you grow up, I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna be very honest,
it could
because you see, I have some of my friends in here, so I'm gonna be very honest with this.
Trying to hit.
When and I'm gonna give you an example of how I feel about friends. The very first time,
How many of us have that?
the very first time I saw like Shireen B, I remember, right? I was like, who the fuck is that? Who the fuck is that? But then we became friends and we had a conversation, and she was in the room butt ass naked. I wouldn't do anything because I value my friendship with her
Well,
so
you're not
much.
saying, sir, there's some loopholes in what you're saying.
What is the loophole?
Okay. Well, loophole might be the wrong word. There's a difference between Shireen B being butt ass naked and Shireen B begging you to suck your dick.
I wouldn't fucking do it. And the reason why, and you might say that's bullshit, I wouldn't do it because our friendship would not be the same the next day. There'd be some kind of awkwardness. I wouldn't be able to sit down there and get my hair done the same way without having these same expectations. And at a certain point, it is going to ruin the friendship, and it's not worth it because I could get pussy. I'm
sure you can get pussy, but can you get another Shireen fucking B?
It doesn't matter.
No. Fuck out of here.
Pussy is
Fuck outta here.
Pussy is pussy.
I would have to see it to believe it.
If pussy is pussy.
Because I imagine if Shireen B wanted to fuck you, she could convince you.
I know.
I don't think she would have to.
I wouldn't.
She'd be like, "You ready?"
I wouldn't. Jason, hold your mother. No, I wouldn't. I don't want to. I've lost friends like that before, and I've learned as an adult. 20 years ago, I would have done it quick, fast. I would have been over there before she hung up the phone. But now I'd be like, do I want to lose?
20 years ago, she was 12.
Yeah, but you know what I fucking mean.
20 years ago, she was 12, bro.
Fuck you. But now it's just like
Seems like you ready.
As an older person, I sit down and think about. I weigh the pussy and the relationship.
You weigh
I
the
have-
pussy?
The pussy heavy. So you gotta weigh the pussy and the relationship, and you gotta see which one are you willing to not have. So if I gotta say, am I willing to not have the friendship over the pussy? I'm gonna take the friendship. Now, if we weren't that good friends,
How many people think Jason capping right now?
and people gonna say I'm capping. Of course they're gonna say I'm capping.
Somebody put a baseball
Of course they're
cap.
gonna say I'm capping.
Somebody put a baseball cap on the stream right now.
Trust me, I have a lot of female friends, even someone who comes in here, and ain't none of them can say that I tried to beat. I might have tried to fuck your friends. That's a fact. But as far as you go, I don't try to do that because it's a waste of time.
All right.
Any final thoughts here, Danny?
Well, since we were talking about friends, I'm grateful, I'm blessed, I'm lucky that you guys are my friends.
Daniel, stop, man.
Even though I never get food or drinks when I come, but it's cool.
You come late.
That's a good response.
You come
That's
fucking
something I
late.
would say.
Yeah.
Come on time.
Come on, Tom. You get the tea and the quinoa.
You all right? No problem.
Come on time.
Quinoa?
We can hook you up.
Quinoa?
I'm gonna try to stay
Quinoa.
up. I'm gonna try to stay up to watch.
How you say it? Quinoa?
Justice League
Quinoa.
Quinoa?
You sound like you're saying a black and a Chinese person mix.
I know. That's why I feel like quinoa.
Quinoa. That's my boy Quinoa.
Quinoa. Yo,
Yo, Hakeem. This
Joaquin?
is Hakeem Wa. This is Quinoa. Ching Lang Wa. Ching Lang Wa.
Participate in those
No,
jokes.
I actually said something that was real.
Okay.
Something.
Sure.
That's right.
Cream of some damn boy.
That's right. I'm versed in different languages.
I'll bet.
Get the sky.
I'll bet.
Yo, Hoshua, you bought on
The fuck?
Exactly. Now, I can't have these conversations with you because you don't understand Mandarin.
Shut the fuck up.
All right, final thoughts.
You don't understand
You're
Mandarin.
fluent in Mandarin?
No.
No. I know a few things, but not fluent. I can.
I would love to learn that.
I do that in my spare time. I just like try to learn different
He
languages.
smoke weed too.
Yeah, and I smoke weed.
And get zoned.
I haven't got zoned in years. Okay,
So
I haven't got zoned in years. I don't get grown man zoned.
So
You know what I'm saying? It don't happen.
I'm just gonna nickname Jason's today Big Cap.
Wow, that's
cat.
you really think? No, I'm telling the honest to
Jason,
God.
what do you think about random thoughts so that we can help close this up? I've been playing a lot of Monopoly lately. I really enjoy it.
Monopoly.
I want to play like with real cash though.
We talked about that, and I would love to do it. Next, but you know, once you play with real money, you gotta understand niggas' feelings is gonna get hurt.
No.
Okay, I would just do it early before everybody gets.
No, this is what you gotta do. You gotta do it with chips. So what you do?
I have a bunch of poker chips.
So what
at
you
the
do?
cave,
What
so-
you do? Everybody comes with some money and you cash them out. So in their head, it's not actual money; it's chips. You know what I'm saying? Psychologically, they already spent their money on the chips, right? So psychologically, they're losing chips and not real money. Once you do real money on the table, you know, especially when liquor's involved, it's not gonna be a good thing. So you cash them out.
I've played pool in the cave. with people who try to do it with money, and you know me, I'm a hustler with that shit. I'll play you real. I'll do that Uncle Phil shit. I'll play you real janky, and then all of a sudden I go pull out Lucille, and motherfuckers who play me know about Lucille. When I pull that shit out the case, it's a wrap for you. And I done took people's money and see them get hurt. So you gotta be careful about how you play with money. But I'm all good for it. Don't play me in pool. I will beat your ass.
I could dig it.
I will do trick shots and make you look stupid. Anyway,
I'm not playing pool for money against a nigga who own a pool table.
Right, me neither.
I don't know.
But I will play you guys
I told the nigga the same thing. I said, bro, I
live here.
I play this all the time. Do you see that case up there? That's Lucille. Don't make me take Lucille. Like fuck this shit.
I would
Put
never
the money
do that.
on the table.
That's like somebody trying to out DJ me.
Yo, when I say I took his cookies quick.
You took his cookies.
Quick?
You took his cake too?
What? Yo, I think he got like.
What'd you do to his buns?
God damn it, Danny. God damn it, Danny.
I took his milk and cookies. I took his milk and cookies. What?
He got like 3 shots. He got like 3 shots in the game. He broke. He got the break.
Abort mission.
He got the break, and he got 2 more shots.
He got the break. What he put? I cut this. I go in.
And then when
Did you put your chalk on his stick?
I did go all out. I did it real slow. I took the stick out and I screwed it on, and then I put the glove.
Oh, you took the
and then I
stick
put the
on and
glove
you
on.
screw it.
With the glove on.
This I don't like.
So
this.
wait, how many of your balls did he hit?
I am not old enough for this story.
He didn't hit enough to win. Okay? Pause.
Oh God!
That's it. I'm in the show.
Make it worse.
I'm just trying to give a proper service, and I'm just don't play me in pool and think you're gonna win.
I want to do a spades tournament too.
Yo,
Spades again. You gotta watch who you play with spades too,
something.
because some motherfuckers take that shit.
Let me tell you something.
Serious.
Let me tell you something.
I want to do a spades game with like $10,000 pot.
Let me tell you something. Spades. Let me tell you something. Spades. I wouldn't play. This is the thing with me. If you can't play dominoes, you can't play spades. All right.
Fair enough.
If you can't play if you don't know the concept of dominoes, it's gonna be very hard for you to play spades. Really, because
No, I understand.
You understand.
No, definitely.
If you understand the games and you understand where I'm coming from,
But is it my responsibility to stop them from entering the tournament?
No. I'm not talking about the people who can't play.
You just gotta do a background check on some of these people who want to play that game.
I'm talking about. First of all, it's a beautiful thing when you and your partner have a rapport and you guys are thinking the same way. But it's you ever play spades or dominoes with somebody who can't play and it fucks you up because you think you know what they playing and they just
you think they're about to drop some heat and then all of a sudden they do some dumb shit.
Like somebody who cuts with the fucking they for whatever reason they don't have no hearts, right? And they come out and they cut with the big joker.
Like motherfucker.
You're gonna be like, okay, they don't have no more spades. In your head, you're gonna be like, they don't have no more spades.
And all of a sudden, he pull out a 4 spades.
Right.
And it was like, you.
What the fuck did you cut with the big joker for?
I was playing a game.
They didn't wanna
I was
overcut
playing
you?
a spades game like that with somebody this weekend, and motherfucker was talking shit like he really knew how to play, and he was doing all this. Yeah, man, I know what you got and everything, and the nigga was shit.
Spades and Monopoly.
Monopoly. I've seen people get hurt in Monopoly too.
Ruby said, congratulations on having a great convo without cursing each other. Fuck you.
Okay, hold on.
Fuck you
Fuck
too.
you. Fuck you. Fuck me.
Fuck
Fuck
all
anybody.
y'all. Fuck y'all. Fuck all y'all.
And that's how we gonna go.
I'm sorry, guys. I don't want to fuck you
Fuck your
guys.
quinoa. Fuck all that shit.
Fuck this
The
shit.
nuts and berry shit.
Fuck that.
Fuck that too.
Damn, nigga. What about I did to you, nigga?
I'm just saying. Fuck that. That's how we gotta end the show.
Elevator Chrissy, would you be my spades partner? Let's play spades together on the same team.
I never played spades with you, Danny. Can you play?
Yeah, I can play.
I could play. I think couple spades.
Couple spades is the worst. I'm not playing couple spades.
Nah.
You say
Because
couple spades, you mean like with your significant
no, they
other?
cannot be on the same team because
Why?
they understand each other too much. Where they just been like, and then that means she got the big joker. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like,
Nah, but you don't. The fun of playing the game is not cheating.
argue.
It's
Couples know how to live in a house without talking to each other when they're angry, and they still communicate. No, not doing it. That's cheating. You can't play with.
not cheating,
You got to no. The person, your significant other, got to be on the other team.
So so when friends play together, is that cheating as well?
It depends on how close they are.
Nigga, you only got close friends.
No, you play with somebody. You can play with like an acquaintance who you know.
You just got
on
1,000
Instagram, they're
bits.
your friend.
You just got 1,000 bits. You just got 1,000 bits.
Thank you.
You
Thank
got
you.
Sunshine
Gypsy.
1,000 bits.
Big up yourself
Yes,
for the
God.
1,000 bits. Because I love bits. That's what that advertisement over there says. I love
Link
bits.
said everybody will be a couple. Jason.
No links.
What is that? Is that way?
Links. What does that mean? Is that some kind of like?
What's that one, bit?
Is that some kind of like thing that I don't understand until
don't know that.
tomorrow?
Okay,
Like
I
I'm
think
gonna
it's-
go in the shower and be like, oh, that makes sense. It doesn't.
In couple spades.
Hold your mother cunt.
He said, he said in couple spades, everybody will be a couple, so everybody will be. He's right.
Yeah, but that's couple. I wasn't thinking like that. I'm just thinking that there's a couple who wants to play spades.
No, it'd be couple spades, so everybody would be a couple.
I don't know. My relationships don't be working out that great to be playing a couple of spades.
That's why.
Bitch, you had the big joke all this time. I fucking hate you.
Nah, it don't be the big. It be when they know. All right. It be when they know you win in the book and they still cut. Shit like that.
That's just fucking annoying.
When they
Pay attention.
When they know. All right, the way the game is going, you be like, yo, he's about to win with like something like a joke, not a joker, a jack. You know, things that happen where just you could win with the jack and they still cut. You're like, the fuck you doing? You ever know? It's like I have the king, the queen, and the jack of hearts. They have no hearts, right? Everybody else has hearts. So you could potentially get the king, the queen, and the jack. But after the king and the queen come out, they cut.
Well, don't cut.
Don't cut.
If you see, you gotta play it safe. If the person after cut, then you know. But then you could also look at it as I got the book.
No, you know how I would play that? I would throw at if I had the jack, the queen, and the king, I would throw at the jack first. And then they would see nobody threw at the king or the queen.
But if the other person is cutting, they can still cut that.
No, but I'm talking about your partner. Your partner's supposed to say, all right, we won the book with the jack. He didn't have the king or the queen. That means I obviously have the king and the queen. Don't cut.
Just throw out something else. If you don't
Throw out something else.
throw out something else.
So by the time
that is the greatest sign that.
by the time if they throw out the clubs and you were throwing out clubs on the hearts, now you're cutting clubs too. Now the books that they counted with the ace and the fucking king.
Not everybody
you
would
could cut.
pay attention to that.
That's
though.
how you fuck a motherfucker up.
Not everybody would
this
pay
is
attention to that
spades.
shit.
Kevin, when we playing spades?
We're gonna have a spades tournament. I told you it's gonna be a cave show special cave tournament. We just gotta figure out how to set up the cameras. And it's gonna be at the cave, and then I'm gonna try to convince Danny to sell me one of his cameras that he have at home that he's not using, and then it's gonna be fantastic.
Yo, let me tell you something. I cut a lot of class playing spades. I just want to tell you, I got a lot of. Yo,
I learned two things in the high school lunchroom: how to rhyme on a lunch table and play spades.
Let me ask you a question. I'm gonna ask y'all a question. I don't know if Daniel could answer this, but I'm still ask. What was the best period of lunch?
Lunch? I mean,
Best
period of lunch? How does that work?
What best?
The last one.
You said what was the
Whatever
best
the
period
last
of
slot.
lunch?
The best, like
There's multiple lunch periods.
Yeah.
Whichever one
Didn't
was
you
the
go to
last
school?
one.
I only had one lunch period.
No.
They didn't have
We
like multiple
We
ones.
had like 4.
there's different
We had 4 periods
different
and 2
classes went to different lunch periods.
Oh, okay.
We had-
I get
we
what you're
had-
saying.
we
All
had
right.
4 lunch periods and 2
what
different
what
lunch
lunch period was the latest lunch period?
The last one.
The last one. 'Cause that's what everybody cut to go to.
9th, 8th. What was the last period of lunch? 8th.
Oh, I don't remember. I don't remember how many periods is in a day, honestly.
It was 9. 9. It was 9
The
periods.
last one where you get to go home.
Like the next class.
Right.
after the next class,
Yeah. So that would be the one where
Somebody said.
most people would cut.
Somebody said first lunch.
No, that's breakfast. Who's cutting for that?
I didn't say cutting. I just said what was the latest. Some people saying 5th. Some
Nah,
people
because
saying
the
6th.
the best one would be the one that extra people came to.
But listen. But check this out. If you had ninth period, if you had the last period,
12:30.
the last period.
Oh, yeah, so this is the last.
No, hold on. The last period.
Get
I'm
out.
talking, man. We not arguing, man. Can I fucking?
Now we
get
starting
this
to
out?
argue.
I'm not arguing. Listen. Ninth period, right? Whatever period, you always still had to. There was still always one more class. So imagine not having lunch all day, and have to eat right before you leave school.
Dude, that sucks. That's
Because it wasn't like the last period and then you leave. There was always another thing, and I think you had to go back to homeroom. Right.
Yeah, you had to go to
make sure you
homeroom.
didn't leave school
Yeah,
early.
you had to go to homeroom.
Right. So what period was the latest? It couldn't have been the last period.
You know what was dope? When you had lunch period and there was another lunch after that period, so you got to have 2 lunch periods. So you would just, cut the next class and go right back to the lunchroom.
You know
Well,
what's,
guys, this is really exciting.
you know what's lit?
Fun.
You know what's lit?
Yes, but
Getting off of school.
yes. Getting out and being like, fuck you.
You don't remember how long the years used to be when you had school?
Not really, there was years are still 365 days, yeah.
No, but how long? We're almost in April. We're almost April.
These are this is different. These is COVID years. We count them different.
Shipping.
Well, Danny,
Shipping going like
was
that.
that your final thoughts?
Danny wants to go home and bug somebody.
Danny had to go home and ting and ting. Like
He wants to do good.
Netflix and
He
chill.
he definitely got the fucking
Yeah,
fuck you shirt on.
Yeah.
That's definitely
What color is that? Oh, this is red.
red and black.
I'm
I'm a fuck you
It
shirt.
almost looked like salmon. Okay.
That's not
I'm
salmon.
from here with the
You-
lights on it.
Hell no.
I'm colorblind.
Look at him right there. He's on the screen. He's fucking
All right,
red.
Kev. Any final thoughts that are not going to be an argument?
Yo, we didn't argue all day. What the fuck? You want to argue now?
Yes.
The fuck? No.
I'm just used to doing that with
Fuck. Shut up.
You ready?
Okay. Fuck you.
Fuck you too.
All right. That's how we got in the show.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Fuck you.
And fuck you again.
Motherfucker.
Rasshole.
Well, guys, this is way too much love for me.
All right. Thank you guys for coming out tonight. I appreciate everybody. I appreciate all the bits tonight too. We are going to be back on Wednesday, so please make sure your notifications are set and you're following me on Instagram so you can see when the show is going to be. Thank you again. I gone.